Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, a fever all through the night. Sun lights up the daytime, moon lights up the night. I light up when you call my name, and you know I'm gonna treat you right. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, a fever all through the night. Everybody's got the fever, that is something you all know. Fever isn't such a new thing, fever started long ago. Romeo loved Juliet, Juliet, she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, you're my flame, now give us fever. When we kiss it, fever with thy flaming youth. Fever, I'm a fire, fever, yea, I burn forsooth. Captain Smith and Pocahontas had a very mad affair. When her daddy tried to kill him, she said, Daddy, oh, don't you dare. He gives me fever with his kisses, fever when he holds me tight. Fever, I'm his missus, Daddy, won't you treat him right? Now you've listened to my story, here's the point that I have made. Chicks were born to give you fever, be it Fahrenheit or centigrade, they give you fever. When you kiss them, fever, if you live, you learn. Fever, till you sizzle, what a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn. What a lovely way to burn.
Shout out to whoever sang that, I forget. But this is the show. I'm Harry. With me is Tyson.
Let me talk to you.
And we have a heck of a show. Kevin Nash backtracks on his Javon Evans comments. Pretty quickly, I might add. JD from New York.
I was going to say, well, maybe.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Fair enough. JD from NY returns to House of Glory, allegedly. I don't know. You're supposed to tell me about that. And then the Elimination Chamber is also getting blacked out. So apparently that's going to be a thing with WWE now.
Yes.
We also have ECW Heatwave 1998. That was fun.
I noticed there was a big change of show. I don't know, just felt like a different show.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that. Well, how was your week?
Pretty good. Slow, so I love those kind of weeks.
Slow weeks are good weeks.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the ice cream guy?
I don't think so.
So I was driving So I was in a different part of town, and I got an order, so I was like, whatever, I'll take it. It's taking me back where I want to go anyway. It was like a gas station. So I stopped, got the order, and as I'm leaving, there's this homeless guy. And he's sitting on the, or he's laying on the floor with his head propped up. So you can imagine laying flat on concrete with his head propped up. And he was to the right, and I was looking to the right to, because I'm trying to look through traffic, and we made eye contact, maybe like a second.
That's all it takes.
Yes, and my window was down,
Oh shit.
and he had ice cream, like chocolate ice cream. He said something and then threw it at me, and it went. And again, he's laying down on the floor. It went in the car and hit me in the face. Right in the face. Ice cream.
So what'd you do?
Well, I had a delivery, so nothing. But I was just thinking though, like I should have got out the car and whooped his ass. And then I was saying to myself, if he's there next time in this part of town and he does that again.
He has to do it again.
Yes. From the laying position, of course. He has to be laying down, throw the ice cream in the car, and hit me in the face again. Oof, tear him up.
I'd say if that's the route you're going to take, you better just not go to that part of town.
Well, I'm literally never over there. But, I just had an order that took me there, so I went, and apparently I shouldn't have. I do give him credit, though. It was an accurate throw.
He got you right in the face.
In the face. Then I had to clean it because it is ice cream and it like leaked into the car.
Oh man, what if he had like AIDS or not AIDS, but like herpes or some shit?
Well, it didn't get in my mouth.
I could have gotten some pores.
Maybe. I was like, as I'm cleaning it, I was like, I should go back and whoop him, just stomp him out.
Not that it matters, but what was the genetic makeup of this individual?
It's Blackout.
Of course it was.
Of course it was.
I have a policy that whenever I see anybody on the street, I just roll my window up.
That's a good policy. I probably should have done that.
Like if I'm stopping and then there's somebody like within, I can see them walking or whatever or standing, especially homeless people.
So they don't try something stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to interact with anybody.
Well, there's a lot of walkers. Like every corner, there's the panhandlers. So I always have to roll my window up.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck's going on with your city?
I don't know. Apparently they make good money. There was a news report or something, and they make like, I think it was something like $30 an hour. Panhandling.
Sounds like some fucking commie propaganda. Oh, go ahead and be homeless and beg for money. You can make a good living.
Well, here I am. I'm like, I'm here delivering and they're making $30 an hour. You mean I could just be standing on the corner? Although standing on the corner all day doesn't sound pleasant. In the sun.
No, doesn't sound good at all. Well, let's go ahead and just jump into it.
Monday Night Raw.
This piece of shit is brought to us from Memphis, Tennessee. Walkers are Gunther, because there's a elimination triple threat qualifying match with Javon Evans and Dominic Mysterio that he's going to be a part of. We have Vulcan and Bailey, same. I forget which combinations wrestling. We have Liv Morgan. She's having a sit-down interview with Dumbfuck Cole. And then Punk and his wife. There's absolutely no reason why either one of them are there, really.
That's fair.
Then the Usos came out through the crowd. Then Team Heyman interrupts. Logan Paul talks shit, especially to Memphis. I almost forgot the Usos were standing in the crowd because they came out, then the camera just focuses on them, and Logan Paul goes on and on and on. He's like, "Oh yeah, the Usos are still there. You guys are idiots." So Heyman plays a video on the Titantron of Theory getting curb stomped last week, and then Theory bitches until Adam Pearce comes out. Pearce wants to talk like adults in his office, and Theory says Pearce screwed him. Well, Pearce says, well, if Bronson Reed and Logan Paul weren't ringside, his security could have stopped the masked man. It's Austin Theory's fault he lost. And Paul Heyman wants Adam Pearce to put Bronson Reed in the Elimination Chamber right then and there. Pearce says he'd be happy to, when he earns it. So Bronson Reed's in a qualifying match. Yay. Then LA Knight interrupted, gloats that Theory had his opportunity fucked by the mask guy. And he says he hopes Bronson Reed makes it to the Elimination Chamber so he can kick his ass. And then Knight wants to team up with the Usos against Team Heyman.
Who were still standing there for whatever reason.
Yes. Logan Paul was entertaining. That's about it.
Yeah, he talked about his Pokemon card. So he had a live stream. It was on Sunday, so it was just the night before. He had a live stream where his PSA 10 Illustrator Pikachu card that he wore at WrestleMania. That's the wrestling tie in there. And, oh, yeah, he's a WWE superstar. Sold that thing for $16.5 million. So he was boasting about that. It has its own controversies, but...
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't know. Those people... So the controversy, I'll just give you a quick rundown. I guess it's relevant to the... Since we are talking about it. The controversy is... So when he bought the card, he opened up some kind of some kind of marketplace where people could own a share of the card. And then that place went under. And then he brought it back, paid them like their original shares, and then went on to sell the card for $16 million. So they saw none of that money. But I don't know. I say those people wanted to be scammed. Like, why would you... I don't know. Why would you buy into something that you're not even going to be able to hold?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's all that crypto crowd stuff, which I don't do crypto. 99% of it was a scam anyway. Seems like Bitcoin is the only one that's legit.
What was that? They were paying all those monies for stickers.
NFTs?
Not even yeah. It wasn't even stickers. It was like fucking just wallpaper for your computer.
No, it was. You own the right online to a video.
Oh, that's even worse.
So, or
no, because they had like little pictures and shit of like monkeys.
That too, but yes, that stupid monkey that everybody was changing their profile picture to. That too, but yeah, the thing was like, oh, I own this moments on the internet. Like, it's mine. Great, I can watch it on YouTube. Yeah, but you don't own it. Neither do you. You're not even the one in the video. Like, yeah, I own Michael Jordan's, dunk at the slam dunk contest. But you weren't in it, and you didn't do it. So what do you really own? You own the video, and you don't even own it because I can watch it anywhere.
Yeah, that's a fucking scam.
Yeah.
And
No,
people
but
are
it's
just
my
like, yeah,
money.
let me just go ahead and buy this stupid shit.
Yeah, and then the monkey thing. Like, even if I don't know, even if you did want it, why would you want it? Or if you like, it's just a monkey with, I don't know. That was, I don't know. It was just some kind of social status that you can just put the monkey on your profile picture. Well, guess what? I could just go to Google and get a monkey too.
Damn straight. And I bet I can get that same monkey.
Oh no, but that's theirs.
So
So
it's
that's
on
not.
Google. I can still use it. What are they going to do?
I don't know. Just say it's not yours.
Okay.
Send you a cease and desist.
Oh, no. I'll just have to make another account. It's not like it's a finite resource.
Yeah.
So Team Heyman won the tag match. Jimmy Uso got pinned after a tsunami. And then after the match, Logan Paul steals Dumbfuck Cole's headset, starts talking shit whilst leaning on the announce desk very conspicuously. And then arrives the hooded figure to deliver a curb stomp to Logan Paul. And then he runs through the crowd.
Yep, more masked men.
Then we have Adam Pearce backstage. A box has been delivered with instructions to not open until Elimination Chamber. So I don't know why they didn't just send it straight to the Elimination Chamber arena.
Because they want to generate hype.
Okay.
Now, the stupid thing is the speculation. Well, first of all, let's just talk about, we got the segment with the mystery man and then immediately into the mystery box. So the mystery is like the only creative they got. But as we'll talk about later, they're doing everything they can to generate interest for the Elimination Chamber. So this mystery box falls into that category. Now people started talking about like what's in the box, and then it immediately jumped to who's in the box, because we're to believe that someone
Is living in the box for 4 weeks.
with no holes in it.
I thought there was holes.
No holes.
Okay, I thought there was holes.
Yeah, so the first idea was it was Jericho because he debuted in Chicago. And then it was later debunked that it could be Jericho because he's still under contract with AEW. So now I believe
Womp
the
womp.
last, yeah.
No, you can shut the fuck up about that.
No, they're still going to do it. And I'll tell you what, they're going to do it. And then when he finally debuts, they're going to say, I told you. Because that's how they do it. Like, you've been saying this since November. Now you're going to say, I told you so. The other idea is Danhausen.
Ugh.
I don't even think it. I know it's something stupid. I can spoil that part of it, but I don't think it's a person.
I would hope not.
Yeah, because again, like, we're supposed to believe that they just like stayed in this box for 2 weeks with no holes.
It would be funny if it was Paige and then they open it and she just collapses. She's no longer with us.
Yeah, and that's why people are saying maybe it's Danhausen, because he's kind of a vampire gimmick. So I guess he can be surviving in a box for 2 weeks with no air holes in it.
I'd rather it not be that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's a person. I think if anything, it's like some kind of promotion for WrestleMania or something.
I do know whatever it is, it's going to be stupid.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I said. We can spoil that part. It's going to be stupid. And it's going to be a letdown, whatever it is. But I guess anything to get people watching. They're going to clickbait people again so they can be unhappy again.
Well, Pierce decides to forward the parcel to SmackDown so Aldis, Nick Aldis, can take care of it. Then the Kaisers interrupt. A Big Kaiser gets a number 1 contender match for the Intercontinental title. And then Chad Gable had a commercial interview. He talks shit about Kaiser, so he's going to win his qualifier match.
I saw it, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
The fact that he was like...
Speaking in Spanish, he's like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
My English isn't so good.
Yeah, he's like, my English is no bueno. So I'm going to speak in the... Or no, yeah, he said, my English is no bueno. So I'm going to speak in English. Even furthering the fact that he knows nothing about Spanish.
Yes. Asuka won a girl match, so she's in the girl chamber. No talent. Dupree attacked Natalia, and she made her stupid wannabe Predator face after. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like she does that thing where she scowls and
her little mouthpiece thing.
When have you ever seen somebody just like flash their mouthpiece like that?
Never.
Okay.
Actually, no, that guy had bangs. Or yeah. What are they? Fangs. There you go. That one UFC fighter.
Arlovsky?
But he had fangs. It was some maybe it was Arlovsky. It's some like Hispanic guy.
Oh, well, that ain't Arlovsky.
I forgot his name. He's not current. He's an older guy.
I have never seen somebody bring that much attention to their fucking mouthpiece. Even with the fucking shit on it.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times in the UFC, but
okay.
Yeah.
Did they pull their lips and shit back and like, oh, look at my shit?
Not pulling their lips, but they'll smile and show whatever's on their mouthpiece.
Okay. Adam Pearce is backstage again. He's trying to convince Oba Femi to sign to Raw. Rusev showed up. They have a stare down, and my nipples got so hard.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard-hitting affair. I assume Rusev is going to lose.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe even get dominated, but
yeah, I guess this is where I empathize with the modern wrestling fan because I don't give a shit who wins or loses this one. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
I skipped whatever Liv Morgan and Dumbfuck Cole had to say.
It was yes, let's talk about this for a second because there's a lot of people showing their hypocritism.
Hypocrisy.
A lot of people showing their hypocrisy. So Liv Morgan, she sits down with Michael Coles and she teases that she's not going to reveal her opponent yet or who she's chosen for her opponent. And she said something about, she's struggled for 10 years. So she's going to bask in this moment.
What?
Because, she's been in WWE for 10 years or something. I don't know.
She's been champion though. She's been at the top of the mountain. What the fuck is she talking about?
I don't know. But in walks Stephanie Vaquer.
Okay.
Stephanie, she cuts the whole. I think it was a botch here. I'll be fair. But Stephanie, she cuts this promo in Spanish. And Dominic is translating to Liv Morgan. I think we were supposed to be able to hear Dom translating, but he was either talking too low or the mic was too far away. So we couldn't hear Dom. So essentially, Vaquer cuts this promo on Liv Morgan fully in Spanish with no subtitles. And people were complaining that we couldn't understand the promo. Same people who were talking about how Bad Bunny put on the performance of a lifetime at the Super Bowl when there was no subtitles and all in Spanish. That's the hypocrisy.
I would argue that you don't need to understand what they're saying to enjoy the music. But I see what you're saying.
Well, okay. But she also cooked Liv Morgan. She told Liv Morgan that she knows nothing about struggle. This being to Liv Morgan. She's been in WWE for her whole wrestling career with the best doctors and the best trainers, while Stephanie Vaquer, she was born in Chile, so there was no wrestling, and she had to move to a different country. I'm sorry, move. Is it a country? I don't know. She had to move.
Country, God damn it.
She had to move, and to train, and then she had to fight all over the world just to get here in WWE. So, that's why Liv Morgan knows nothing about struggle, and if she chooses her, she's going to beat her because she has to show all the little girls about.
We know it's going to be her. Why are they doing this?
Well, they're trying to create some.
But it's not working.
It is. Well, actually, so at the end of this, Liv Morgan started crying and then she left because of what Vaquer said to her. And I actually got the vibe of, now obviously it's not going to happen, but maybe Liv Morgan picks Jade Cargill because she's running from Vaquer, and then whoever wins the chamber picks Vaquer.
Well, that means that the whole Judgment Day would have to switch to SmackDown.
They would, yeah, or not. And they just break up, use that as the breakup. I don't know.
I mean, that would be something. But I don't think that that's where they're going. I think they're just going to be Liv Morgan and Vaquer. And it's obvious. So I just don't understand why they're dragging it out. And I don't understand what the fuck Liv Morgan's talking about, the struggle shit.
Yeah, I don't
know. She's been unnecessarily put in top positions. Like, remember when she had that stupid match with Ronda?
Oh yeah, and she was laughing as she's getting tapped out.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
But also Liv Morgan, she had to. She was in the Riot Squad. She was a lesbian for a little bit, so she did have to fight a little bit. But that was under Vince. It wasn't until she joined the Judgment Day that she really hit her stride.
What was she doing before Judgment Day? She was trying to pretend to be Raven for a while.
I think isn't that what she was doing?
Okay. I thought she had a partner.
Maybe she did. I don't know.
Okay. Punk came out after that, says he's a fighting champion. We deserve one just like Balor deserves an ass whooping at Elimination Chamber. Then he says he makes everything better, and he's better than Roman and Balor. Then Balor interrupts, did his weird little arm thing, which didn't make sense since he's trying to be taken seriously. But McTurd and Dominic Mysterio are there too. So I guess everyone's friends this week now. And Balor says, "Relax, Punk. I'm here to talk, not fight." And he goes on to say he's the best in the world because he's actually been around the world. And then, which was a good line. I thought that was a good little dig. Balor's going to make the main event of WrestleMania better when he beats CM Punk. And Punk says Balor's a pussy because he brought his friends with him. And Balor should be bringing Judgment Day to his level. Instead, they're dragging him down.
Still planting the seeds there.
Yeah. I don't know who the fuck they're trying to kid with this Balor being in the main event shit.
Especially when Cole is like, oh, Punk's got a dangerous Balor at Elimination Chamber before he moves on to Roman Reigns.
Right.
Like, gee. not even like, but if Balor so happened, like, not even teasing that, it's just like, and then he's got Roman Reigns.
Rhea Ripley and Io Sky did and said nothing important. And then Asuka and Kairi Sane interrupted with equal value. It was somewhat entertaining because I liked Asuka's. Kairi Sane was talking up Asuka and Asuka was doing her little mugging. Thought that was funny. Ripley had some shit on her teeth. It was weird. It's like it was her turn to have the Raquel No Definition Rodriguez shit. She also looked 10 years older. She looked rough.
Wasn't her best night?
No, not at all. So Kaiser had his number one contender match, and he ended up losing to Penta. Of course. Chad Gable came out, cost him the match, and then he kicked Kaiser's ass after the match, which was a big mistake. Huge mistake. They should have saved that for the actual pay-per-view. They should not... Like, why do I want to watch them fight if I know that Chad Gable can just kick his ass? No problem.
Well, because we need to see who's under the mask, because we don't know.
Well, if that's the only thing going into it, then I can just wait until after the match and watch the highlights.
True.
Should have waited. Gable should have just kicked the little Kaisers, and Big Kaiser should have just, kept running away from him or ducking him or cheap shotting him or whatever. But it should not have like significant contact until like their actual pay-per-view match. It's so stupid.
True.
Judgment Day is backstage. Now Fowler wants to be alone for his match with Punk or whatever. So they're fighting now. So they didn't even wait a week for that. They did it in the same show.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Kofi Kingston, Grayson Waller. Xavier Woods is hurt. He'll be out for a while. He talked shit about Memphis via text message, and then it got cut off. Like LA Knight. Although there wasn't as much outrage.
Did LA Knights happen during the commercial?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh yeah, it did. Or maybe, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm pretty sure it was, which was part of the outrage. Is like, you couldn't let him finish the fucking commercial thing?
Oh, he ran long. What are you doing?
Well, after that, two overrated, malnourished girls killed some time. Seth's husband made mean faces. Punk's husband made coy, both in their 50s almost. At least AJ is.
I think.
What's that?
I think she's in her 30s, but
AJ. Let's do a quick fact check.
Because, Punk robs that cradle.
She is 30. Okay, my bad. 38. Oh, God, she's 38? Jesus Christ.
because Punk be robbing that cradle. You know, he likes him young.
She don't look 38.
His 50-year-old ass.
Anyway, they're both hideous. They both suck. Anybody who is even remotely excited about this is an idiot. I don't know what to say.
Well, I don't know what to say. And that is that we may already have our winner for worst feud of the year. And it's just February.
Is this even a feud?
It is a feud.
Okay.
And yeah.
Hasn't she only been in one match?
No, they had the mixed tag match, and then she was in War
Games. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Worst feud of the year. Worst feud ever. Just worst ever. And I don't understand. Like, Russo had a good point with Becky. He was saying that she's trying to be funny.
She is.
That's all she's just trying to get a laugh. And one, she's not funny. Like, she's not a natural comedian, and the shit that they give her is not comedic material.
Some people say it has to do with AJ, because she's from the Divas era, and this is, I don't know.
No, she was doing this shit way before AJ. She was doing this shit with what's her face, No Talent Dupree. She's just trying to be funny and comedic, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. She does need to move on from this. I assume it's going to take something where they're like, I don't know, something's going to happen, and then it's going to get real. You know, they're doing this at Elimination Chamber, so maybe AJ wins, and then this feud gets real going into WrestleMania. But I assume that's what's going to have to happen. Like, something's going to happen where it's going to get real, and then they're going to drop the act, and, you know, it's going to get serious and all that. Then it's going to be something to talk about.
I think if they go into WrestleMania, it'll be the same shit.
I hope not.
And to your credit, I think they'll say they'll get real, but it'll be the same shit. Michael Cole will say it's real. Oh, look at how serious they are. Shut up. Adam Pearce is backstage again. Team Heyman was there. Nothing important happened at all. They all just left, basically.
Good for them.
No Talent Dupree had a commercial interview. She's hideous too. And then Javon Evans won the qualifier Elimination Chamber match because Dragon Lee fucked Gunther.
Which was the right call. Because, again, you can't have Gunther in the match of Elimination Chamber unless he's going to win it. And you know he's not going to win it, so...
That's true.
It's the right call. And
I just hate the fact that it's Dragon Lee.
Well, I told you where it's headed. And then, funny enough, I saw a report on it that the penciled in match for WrestleMania is Rey Mysterio versus Gunther. Not saying anybody heard it from me or anything, because, you know, I'm not a dirt sheet or insider or whatever you want to call those people. So
Do you think it'll be for his career?
Yes.
That would shock me. Actually,
Yeah. Now,
even
if it's going to be for his career, I don't know. But I think that's going to be the stipulation going in.
I just can't see Rey Mysterio's career being ended by somebody other than Dominic.
Yeah, that's that's where the shock comes in.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe it will be. Everybody assumes it'll be Dominic that actually retires Ray, but because he's doing a lot of stuff in AAA now. So
Well, I'm not assuming that he's going to retire Ray necessarily. I just think he would be involved.
maybe he is. Maybe he helps Gunther. Not that
Gunther.
Gunther would.
Oh my
No,
God.
no, not that he would need help, but it's just a way to get heat. I was actually thinking on a side note though. It's like Ray and Dominic have been apart for so long. Like, I don't think they're ever gonna do that reunion. Like Dominic comes to his senses or something and turns babyface and then hugs his dad. And it's like, fatherly love.
Ray keeps getting hurt, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
And Dominic's doing his own thing in AAA.
Yeah, but you just thought that they'd always come back together, but now it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, those are all very uneventful. They're not even trying.
Yeah, I could agree with that. We just had some bad string of Raw.
Well, you hear all this shit about, bad ticket sales and how they're panicking and rewriting and creative and shit, and they're doing nothing to sell anybody on this pay-per-view.
Well, they had the box.
Touche. You got me there. Well, moving on, we have SmackDown. Slightly better. We're in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Walkers are Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. I forget what they're doing. Oh, yeah. Then Julia and her partner are walking. Ripley's facing Julia. And then some girls. Same shit. Same people last week. And then Damian Priest and Carmelo Hayes. Then Trick Williams. They're doing the Elimination Chamber. Same shit as last week. Same shit. Different day.
As always.
We recapped last week's main event. Cody Rhodes won the Elimination Chamber qualifier in spite of Drew McIntyre trying to fuck him over. Of course, he pinned Sami Zayn. Sure, I'm sure Sami took that well.
Yeah.
And then Cody Rhodes came out. And then Jacob Fatu interrupted immediately. Fatu tells Cody that he had the match won, and everybody knows it. But Fatu's concern right now is Drew McIntyre. So Fatu, having walked out from where Drew McIntyre already was, calls McIntyre out to the ring. Then Nick Aldis comes out, says he knows Fatu's pissed. He gets it. But Aldis planned for this, and he had McIntyre stay home. Because, the main event is too precious to risk and all that shit for WrestleMania. So Aldis wants Fatu to come to his office, just like Pierce did on Monday, because they're fucking uncreative pieces of shit. Then Drew McIntyre.
Not only that, but this is the same rhetoric that Pierce was talking about. Oh, I can't. That's literally what he was telling Balor. Oh, this is too important. Before they made the match.
Yeah.
This is too important. I can't have you risking. The only difference is he knows his match. It's Punk versus Roman. Aldis doesn't know his match because the person you know, they haven't won the Elimination Chamber yet. So you don't even know who the opponent is.
And it doesn't have to be Drew McIntyre. You're not selling, because the sell for Punk and Roman is it's Punk and Roman for the title, right?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be like, it's just the title that for the other one.
Yeah, you have no idea what the main event is, and you're saying, "Oh, I need to protect my main event." What main event? You don't know what it is.
Like, I guess if everybody in the Elimination Chamber, if everybody had a beef with Drew McIntyre and their goal was to stop Drew McIntyre, but he hasn't had a significant enough run for that. So, yeah. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, they literally just borrowed Aldis's line.
What they do is they write one script and they just plug it in for both shows. It's the same shit. It's the same bad shit.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre appears. He's in the nosebleed he's in the luxury suite. He says he appreciates the night off, but he's champion. He does what he wants. And he loves SmackDown so much he bought a luxury suite. He says Fatu's all gas, no brakes. More like all bark, no bite. I'm up here, big boy. What are you gonna do? Fatu briefly kicks the shit out of security, and then Nick Aldis brought out security. He beat the shit out of him. And then he has to kind of calm him down. He's like, don't make me do it, Jacob. I'll have to suspend you. And this reluctantly calms Fatu down. And then Aldis tells security to get McIntyre out of the building. McIntyre and Cody talk shit. And then Cody called McIntyre an asshole, dropped the mic like it was a big burn. I notice he does that, like, you're a bitch, and he'll drop the mic like a girl. Cody was so pissed off he did the whoa in the middle of the ring during his song after. So. Again, really fucking stupid. Why are you gonna whoa? Like, you're having this like heated exchange with your fucking rival, and then you're just gonna whoa in the middle of the ring during your theme song?
Yeah.
I'd say the only thing saving this is Drew McIntyre. I mean, the only one I want to see.
They're piecing it together. I see where they're going. It has to do with the main event, so I'll touch on it there.
All right. They replayed the dumb shit with Solo Sikoa and the Wyatt sucks. And then Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov are backstage. They both want each other to win each other's match, but they don't want the other one to win the U.S. title. And Dragunov was also overzealous with the neck grab, and then they did stupid comedy.
I don't think it was comedy, but it was like, brother, what are you doing? Like, he was very aggressively grabbing the back of his neck. And he's like, sorry, I get carried away with my intensity. Like, you think you're at home or something? I see what your wife goes through now.
Nick Aldis and Jacob Fatu in the back. Aldis tells Fatu he'll get McIntyre. Just wait. Fatu says Aldis better hurry because he ain't going to wait much longer. Which I believe he said that like 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah.
Tama Tonga beat Dragunov with a cutthroat. It's a good match until the interference started happening from the MFTs. Solo Sikoa talked shit after the match, and then Dragunov attacked him. Then the MFTs just stomped Dragunov's ass. Then Zack Ryder and Apollo Crews came out. They got their shit pushed in. Just like last week. Then the goddamn lights go off. And then the sucks appear, who appeared at the very back of the stadium last week. This time they just appear remotely. And Bray Dallas says he wants to be in the ring alone with Solo.
Yep, a one-on-one match.
Oh, you got a match from that? I felt like they just wanted to talk.
Oh, well, I assume it's the match.
Okay.
So during this match, I don't know if you had seen it, but Dragunov did his chops to Tama Tonga, who then no-sold it. And it's you remember now, Brock Lesnar no-sold it, the chops. And then last week, Tongaloa, of all people, no-sold the chops. So it's just like, I've just noticed that, since that Brock Lesnar thing happened, they've been no-selling his little chops. So just something to point out there.
Because they all said, oh man, that makes sense.
Well, I don't know what they're doing with. I don't know how that benefits Dragunov.
It doesn't.
Unless they're trying to turn him into a comedy character.
Well, then we had Nick Aldis yelling at Drew McIntyre. And then Randy Orton gets interviewed. Aleister Black interrupted him. And they agree to have a match. And it's immediately the main event.
Yep. And he's still teasing Orton turning heel. So people were pointing out that he literally is still in Karrion Kross's gimmick. Like, oh, I'm going to... Because he said something about... Last week he said something about the 2009 Randy Orton. Remember, this was Randy Orton going around punting people and DDTing Stephanie McMahon and kissing her unconscious body. So he referenced that Randy Orton. And then this week he said, I know he's in there and you think he's buried, but consider me the shovel. So he's trying to bring out the heel Randy Orton, which is literally what, remember that was Karrion Kross's thing, was to turn people heel.
He just did it better.
Yeah.
Nia Jax and RuPaul were interviewed. Then Jade Cargill came out to the ring to talk about how great she is. And then Julia's partner won a girl match. So she's in the Elimination Chamber. And we have Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. They were interviewed as well.
They kind of buried Jade Cargill here. And then there's another segment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So
that
pissed me off.
Yeah, she's walking back to the back. Out comes Charlotte Flair. Joe Tessitore's like, oh, you won it one time. What about 14 times? And then Charlotte Flair literally just like looks at her, smirks, and then keeps walking. And then Jade Cargill like comes back into frame. So Charlotte walks past her, and she walks back into frame, and then she holds the title up, and they do a stare down, get awfully close to each other. But yeah, kind of made her look less than with that segment. I don't know if that was the point, but they did it. And then with the other segment,
we'll get there.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll get there. Oh God, the Pretty Deadly Fruitcake and Oba Femi. So, Fruitcake comes out, and then Oba Femi comes out, does a strut. I'm all into it. Like, yeah. And then the Fruitcake wants to read Oba a poem, in which he calls Oba a teddy bear. Oba is so delighted, he asks the Fruitcake to read another one. Fruitcake explains that he's only prepared one poem, so, sorry. Oba's like, read! So Fruitcake reads another poem. It's pretty fucking stupid. Like I was enjoying this up to a point. I don't want to see my Nigerian warlord fucking be in a comedic act.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him try to be funny. I don't want to see him be, in on the joke. I could see like the first poem, great. Like reading another one, and then like while he's reading the second one, he just annihilates him.
Well, I did like the whole read another one. He's like, I mean, I only have the one. He's like, read another one.
Yeah.
I did like that. But ultimately, yes, I didn't like, I don't know how to exactly put it, but I don't think I like the fact that Obafemi is talking. Not saying that he's a bad promo. And, when he does talk, as the stuff he says, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just imagine him just being this like guy who sits in some cave, only comes out to feast on like just comes out to feast on his prey, and then he goes back to his cave. Like this is making him a little bit too human.
I was thinking like the reason why Brock Lesnar is like such a different animal is he looks like a guy that like will just kick your ass. And not just like the literal sense, like, yeah, he can kick your ass. Like he looks like a guy that if you look at him wrong, or he just has that, like, you don't want to fuck with him vibe.
Yeah. Like literally, like if you see him walking, it's like, don't make eye contact. Don't piss him off. And looking at him might piss him off.
Yeah. Like just go on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
And Oba's,
and even that, like if he sees you turn around, he still might get you because you turned around.
Yeah, you're just prey running away now.
Yeah.
And Oba obviously could kick your ass, but he doesn't have like, I don't know. Then they need to give him that.
Well, yeah, and like I said, I like his promos. Like I like the stuff he says. I like the accent. So I'm not saying it's a bad promo. It's just, for me, it's just humanizing him, and I want
less
like
said the better.
Yeah, I want like when Goldberg was on his hot streak, he wasn't coming out doing interviews. No one knew anything about him except for what commentary was telling us, and then the occasional "you're next." But he would just come out, destroy opponents, and that was it. Like that's what I want from Ova. Just come out, destroy opponent. Like don't be talking. I'm like, again, if you're gonna talk, I'm going to destroy you or something like that. And
I'm gonna drink your blood from your skull like the lion eats the gazelle.
Yeah, and like 2 weeks ago when he was first facing Kit Wilson, and he just like the only thing he said was like while he was walking out to the camera, like keep that going. But yeah, him in these segments getting all human. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I was entertained up to a point, but then it just dawned on me, I don't want to see him be funny. So fortunately, the poem ends, and it pisses Oba off. So we get what we came for, and then Oba wins with a fall from grace. And for some reason, they had a girl with bulimia as a referee. It's really weird.
That was a new referee. I think she has her share of goons.
I'm sure, but again, if shit were to go down, what is she going to officiate?
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't know. Nick Aldis is backstage. The crate is back there. Aldis is asking about it. Our Truth Interrupted provided no value. Damian Priest interrupted, provided less value. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah, so you see R-Truth, he said he knew what was in the crate, and then he said it was a Slammy award. But then he said it was a Slammy, but he confused it with a Grammy because he said he was 112. It's like,
oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I've won one too. They give it to all, give it to musicians. And then someone finally said, I think you're talking like, but what he was describing was like, I think you're talking about a Slammy. But I don't know. There might be something there where he said it's just a trophy in the box. Like maybe he was trying to, maybe it's going to turn out and that's what it is. And then there was like, yeah, I mean, he told us like maybe he was trying to tailor expectations so that, I don't know. But yeah, that's he said it was a Slammy in the box. And then he confused himself with as being in the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches, which he's not. Made a bald joke with Nick Aldis and then said he liked him better when he was bald. So insinuated that he was Adam Pearce.
There you go.
So good old Truth is all the way back.
Oh, he's been all the way back. He's been fucking with those balls for ever. He's still talking about him.
Yes. But hey,
this was all part of the plan.
He's making Priest laugh every week, and Aldis.
Yeah.
Like he's making him actually break character and laugh. So good for you, Truth. You got him. Glad you came back, right? You're making you got him laughing.
Well, didn't he say this was the best time of his career or some shit?
Something like that, yeah.
Tiffany Stratton beat Chelsea Green's loser teammate somehow.
Yeah. It was really just a match to get Tiffany on TV.
We had Cody Rhodes backstage. He ran into Sami Zayn, and Sami whined about Cody pinning him after Zayn stopped McIntyre or whatever. Trick Williams pulled up, talked shit, and then Sami ended up. Sami and Cody, they got into a big shouting match. Some harsh truths were said.
Yeah.
And then Trick Williams pulled up, talked shit to Sami. Then Sami ran up to Cody and apologized. I know you're gonna win the championship.
Which got quite the booze. The fact that he apologized.
Yeah, don't fucking apologize. What the fuck?
Yeah, so he was basically. Well, he was blaming Cody because McIntyre came in the ring, to cost Cody the match. Mm-hmm. But Sami Zayn stood up for Cody, and then Cody didn't exchange the same pleasantries and just pulled him back in for a crossroads and beat him. And Cody's like, yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
And then Sami was like trying to question Cody for not doing the right thing. It's like, I've been doing the right thing. Like, yes, I've learned my lesson not to do the right thing. This is a world title opportunity we were talking about. Yes, I took the opportunity. So it was good stuff.
Up until the apology. And then he ran after Cody and then apologized.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing about that is, Cody storms off. Trick Williams comes in to a huge pop, and he says, I'm going to go get the job done like you can't. And then Sami runs after Cody, who's like, 5 feet? So he made it 5 feet in the time that Trick Williams was talking to Sammy. Like he didn't make it far. He didn't even turn a corner yet.
No.
That was the slowest walk ever.
It would have been funny if he ran up to Cody and just punched him.
Yeah. I think they're going to turn, and I think they have to, if they're going to, if this is all leading to Sami Zayn being champion, which the fans are already rejecting. Last week he got booed when he came close to winning. This week he got booed for apologizing. I think if they're going to do it, they're going to have to turn him heel. And then maybe by Royal Rumble or something, he goes back to babyface.
So just flip flop.
Yeah. They're going to have to turn him heel, but it's going to have to be like a heel turn that we sympathize with. Like that's going to be the only way to, if they want this big babyface thing to happen. Yeah, that's what's going to have to happen.
I'd just rather not see Sammy with the title.
I wouldn't either, but looks like it's going to happen. Maybe it doesn't. Because, yeah, the fans are already rejecting it.
He can be
well, the fans are rejecting it, so maybe they pull the plug on the idea. It's like, I mean, if they're listening to the fans, which maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know, but
ooh, he could go to TNA and be their champion.
He could.
He could do for TNA what Mysterio's doing with AAA. Trick Williams won his qualifier. I just thank God it wasn't Priest.
Yeah, Trick Williams is in the chamber. And again, way over on his song too.
So there's a useless backstage segment. All this is with the mid-card tag teams. Then a couple girls showed up, and Johnny Gargano was laying on the crate.
Yep. That's his thing now. Just laying there on the crate. Like he posted he posted a picture. He was at the I think it was the Fanatics Rip and Ship thing. They did this last year. They do it every year where, you know, the wrestlers go out and open packs of wrestling cards with the fans and all that. It doesn't matter. So he was there and he was there and he posted a picture. He's like having fun. And he's just, you know, laying on the table face down. So I guess that's his new thing, is just to be laying face down everywhere. Again, he's upset that he lost the mask that was never his.
Well, at least they're not calling him Johnny Wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
The Jade Cargill segment. So Jade is getting her pictures taken, and then B-Fab is there for some reason. So Cargill stops everything just to talk shit to her. She's like, "You want some of this?" And I thought, like, I kind of got like, you know, like, are they gonna wrestle or are they gonna go in between the sheets? Because they were getting pretty close. There's electricity, or maybe it was just my fantasy. Either way, Mia Yim returns, and then like she made Cargill flinch, and then she made her flinch again and talk shit, and Cargill just walked away and did nothing.
Yes, this is segment number 2 that made Jade Cargill look less than. So again, we had the Charlotte Flair thing where Charlotte Flair ignored her. Or let's say Charlotte Flair big time her. That's the first thing. The second thing is B-Fab. Remember, at last we seen B-Fab. She was so afraid that she was like always looking at the ground, not saying anything. Like she's just terrified of Cargill. Now she's not even afraid of her anymore. She's talking shit. And then Michin shows up and Yeah, she makes her flinch with this kendo stick. So not a good night for Jade. And also, and what in God's name has Michin done to even come close to doing anything to compete for a title? That title.
I have no clue.
Nothing is the answer. These these women are going through the elimination chamber to get the opportunity to face Jade, and here you have Michin, who hasn't won a match ever, out here about to challenge for the title,
Well, she got hurt.
but she hasn't won one match.
No, she hasn't. She,
Like,
in fact, she lost to Jade
yes, in
the
no
last
way
time
is
they fought.
she anywhere near a number one contender.
Yeah, the only thing pleasant about this was BFAB. She was looking scrumptious.
Fair.
Nia Jax and RuPaul attacked Ripley during her match with Julia, caused a DQ. Io Sky came out and single-handedly took out RuPaul and Nia Jax.
Excuse me.
Then we have Oba Femi walking. He's in the back. Miz pulls up, and it leads to Miz becoming the next victim, I believe, next week. So is Oba SmackDown now? Or is he still mulling over his offers?
He hasn't made his thing yet.
All right. How many matches has he had on Raw?
Just the one where he destroyed the Viking Raiders.
Was that a match?
No. Yeah, the bell never rang, so 0. And unfortunately, I see you got me, WWE. Now I'm gonna have to watch a Miz match. Good job, WWE.
It was kind of funny. He was trying to take Oba under his wing, and Oba's like, "Yeah, I'll go talk to Aldis right now." He's like, "No, not a match."
Yeah.
So some girls are in the locker room, and they talked about the chamber match, whatever. You had Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga in the locker room. Might even be the same locker room that we were just in. Solo tells Tama that his U.S. title aspirations are on hold because their main focus is keeping the magic flashlight from the sucks.
Because, yes, that's the main focus.
Yes. The same flashlight that they've made absolutely no attempt to try to retrieve. Shinsuke Nakamura pulls up after Solo leaves. He says he's always going to be in Solo's shadow. Tama says, nuh-uh. Nakamura wants another match. And he wants Tama to do it alone. Because he wants to lose to Tama in a one-on-one match without interference.
So yeah, they may be breaking Tama off to his own thing. You know, he was on he did some kind of Instagram thing. I guess it was like an AMA. He had a little funny moment. Like one of the people was from Ukraine. Like one of the people chatting in. He's like, "Oh," and he read the question, and he's like, "From Ukraine." He's like, "Dang, you got time to be on the internet over there?" That was it.
I like it that he's wearing the face paint. I wish he was the only one that did it.
Jeff Cobb needs to cut it out. He doesn't even look like a person anymore.
What a waste of a sign he was.
Maybe he'll have his time.
Maybe. He's just way too good to just be a background character. He's in Tonga Loa and Taller Tonga status. And that just ain't right.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre cost Randy Orton his match against Aleister Black. Cody was there, of course.
So, Aleister Black picks up a victory here. But this is what the tie-in is. You can see that they're laying pieces here. Drew McIntyre cost Randy Orton the match. So he's probably going to get involved somehow with the Elimination Chamber. I'm going to assume Cody's going to win the Elimination Chamber somehow. But what we seem to be heading towards is now a fatal four-way instead of a triple threat. So they're going to include Randy Orton because now Drew McIntyre's included him into this whole thing.
I was kind of thinking that maybe Drew McIntyre's getting Randy Orton so pissed off that like he wants Cody to not win so bad that he's trying to get Orton so pissed off that he has to win. So then therefore he blocks Cody. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But even if he does that, then Randy Orton wins the chamber. But then Cody and Fatu gets added since they've been screwed over.
Yeah.
Again, it still makes the Elimination Chamber worthless if they get added after they didn't win it. But
yeah, I don't like that at all.
It just seems like that's where it's headed, to a fatal four-way or a triple threat. And then Orton veers off and has his match because the other rumor is Orton versus Aleister Black at WrestleMania. But I don't know why they would have just had this match and then maybe they're leading to something bigger.
Or maybe all this is just going to lose up to losing to WrestleMania. Why not?
Yeah. But they're putting pieces together on SmackDown. And by pieces, I mean pieces of a story. McIntyre's, making all these enemies. You got the Sami Zayn story developing. So, I don't know. They're putting the pieces together. The undercard still is weird. You got Johnny Gargano doing that plank thing. Motor City Machine Gun getting mic time. You got Kit Wilson. He's doing stuff too.
Apollo Crews
back on TV.
Yeah.
Every week now since Ricochet. Yeah, every week now since Ricochet said he's miserable. So that's funny.
Yeah, that was... I'd say they'd made just as much of an effort to sell me on Elimination Chamber as Raw did, though.
Yeah. Oh, they also advertised that Brock Lesnar will be on Monday's Raw on SmackDown.
Oh, good.
So there's a commercial that said, "Oh, Brock's gonna be on Monday Night Raw." I assume they had to, break out the bat phone because of the poor ticket sales that's happening for Elimination Chamber.
Wonder what he's gonna do.
Well, there's only two things possible here I can see. One, he comes out and this is not even my idea. This is like the internet's theory, is that he's going to basically enter himself into the Elimination Chamber because there's one spot left.
Okay.
And it's either going to be just him saying, "I'm in," or he's going to take out someone, probably Javon Evans.
What if they have like another qualifier for the last spot, and then Brock just crashes it and just takes all three of them out.
Yeah, could be that because they haven't advertised. I don't think so. They have not advertised the last spot.
So if you see it's Jimmy Uso and Otis and one of the Viking bikers,
or the other Grande Americana.
yeah. It would be kind of, I guess this is my fantasy booking. It would be interesting if Gunther beat the shit out of Dragon Lee to the point where Brock Lesnar had to come out and save him. And then we build up to that WrestleMania match.
Well, I think, yes, the WrestleMania match is the other thing. But I was thinking it was going to be Obafemi. Either Obafemi, or I assume it's going to be. I assume it would be the other way around. Brock Lesnar calls out kind of like an open challenge or something, and then out walks Obafemi.
Does that make sense? Because Oba already lost to Cody.
He has.
And thus far, he's only beaten up the Viking bikers and the Pretty Deadly Fruitcake.
Yes.
He hasn't really had a mountain to climb to get to Brock Lesnar. So I don't know. That's just putting him in a match with Brock Lesnar just because they're two big guys.
Well, because you want to build Oba as the next beast.
I get that.
So what better way to put him over than to...
But why don't you establish him as a beast first?
Well, they are.
They're in the process of doing that. Yes, I agree. But I don't know. It just seems a little too early for a Brock Lesnar match.
It may be, but... And remember, they had that stare down in the Royal Rumble.
Everybody has a stare down with Brock.
They do. But yes, that's the other idea is, even if it's not Oba, the other idea would be him setting up his WrestleMania program. And then also on Raw, they're going to have a AJ Styles tribute night. Well, that's what it is. So, 3 weeks after he's retired, he's already having a tribute night.
So, yeah. Dragon Lee comes out, or he's in the back or something, and Gunther just beats the shit out of him. And if it's in the back, they go to the ring, and Gunther just keeps powerbombing him and puts him in the sleeper hold until Brock Lesnar comes out. And they build up to their match at WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar beats Gunther at WrestleMania. This fucks Gunther up. And since, Brock's sporadic in his appearance, they can build it up to maybe SummerSlam. And he retires Brock.
But then his WrestleMania match wouldn't be for a retirement.
No.
You gotta have a retirement match. I don't know.
But if the idea is him to retire in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's too early for Oba to go after the beat, especially at that fucking comedy segment.
Yeah, that did set him back a little bit, but I don't know. You get you get him out there, and the music, the snares of the foot or whatever sound that makes when Brock Lesnar's music goes off. You forget all about that comedy segment.
That's fair. But that was SmackDown. It was better than Raw.
Yeah, like I said, they seem to be putting in the Lego or the Klinko pieces or the Lego chips, Lego pieces There's placing them around. They got the perimeter.
Do you think Netflix will try to sue WWE? Like,
I don't think they'll sue them, but they'll definitely get out. Well, I don't think in 5 years we're going to be worried about Netflix or Raw on Netflix. I'll just say that.
fair.
Unless something turns around. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be getting the second contract here. Or maybe they do, because Netflix seems to just be worried about the subscriber base or whatever. Like they're getting the Ronda Rousey fight, so.
Well, can you imagine being the guy that put the deal together between WWE and Netflix, and you're sitting in your Netflix office watching Raw on Monday, and then you flip the channel and you see what they're doing on Friday. And it's not that much better, but they're putting a hell of a lot more effort into it.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're building. I think they had to put more effort into SmackDown because the ratings are, they can't even break 1 million on SmackDown right now, so they got to do something there. Netflix, they're still at 2 million, which is not good because that's the global, like everybody around the world, and there's only 2 million people watching.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good number.
No.
But it is still 2 million, where SmackDown can't even get 1 million. So maybe the sense of urgency was on SmackDown.
Well, moving on. We have our Wrestling Rewind. And this week is ECW Heatwave 1998. We are in Dayton, Ohio. Joey Styles is in the ring. He welcomes us to Ohio. Joey chant breaks out. And Styles introduces Shane Douglas and Francine. Shane Douglas is his co-host and color commentator for this evening. Shane's arm is still busted up, and Douglas says he's excited because tonight Bam Bam Bigelow gets his hands on Taz. Shane brings up their last match and how they both went through the ring. I think it was Living Dangerously. He says Bam Bam promised him that he's not putting Taz through the ring tonight. He's putting him right through the goddamn concrete floor. Styles then said he got a new suit. It's double-breasted, just like Francine. And then Francine says her tits cost more than Styles' suit and shoves his face in her chest. Then the show starts. And it starts with Just Incredible versus Jerry Lynn. Whoever wins the match wins their feud. So that's good. Incredible comes out with his merry band of circus freaks. Just Jason, Raven's sister, and handsome Nicole Bass. I wonder if this is what inspired the Oddities.
I thought it was... what was Raven's group? Was that the Oddities?
No, Raven... The Oddities were Oddities was Kurgan, the Jackal, Insane Clown Posse. Nicole Bass was part of it too for a little minute.
Oh, maybe I don't know that group.
They had Golga. They had the Cartman shirt.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
You know.
Where were they at?
What do you mean? What were they at?
Like, were they WCW, WWE?
They were WWF. They were during the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
If
I mean, I remember
them.
the name, but yeah, I don't remember anything about the group. But it is possible.
Oh, Luna Vachon was part of them too.
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember them?
No.
Okay.
Again, I remember the name, but yeah, I don't remember this at all.
Fair enough.
But that's definitely a eclectic group of characters here.
I was a fan of Insane Clown Posse, so they got me suckered in. Styles says he has no idea what Nicole Bass is, but we should call her Russia because she's so much bigger than China. Yeah. A pretty good wrestling match, although credible to me. Seemed a little too rehearsed, if that's the right word. Seemed like he was waiting for Jerry Lynn's moves. Didn't seem very natural. Credible's Freaks, of course, got involved. I guess just Jason is a karate master because he did karate on Jerry Lynn. And then Credible grabs a drink from a fan and beams Jerry Lynn in the face with it. And Credible also had just Jason feed him a chair a couple times, one of which he got burned because Lynn DDT'd Credible right on it. Then the ref got mad at Raven's sister for draping Credible's leg over the ropes. Because, the chair was okay, but, get the leg on the ropes. Got to get chastised for that.
Of course.
Lynn then set up a table ringside and put Credible through it with a Frankensteiner from the top rope, which is a nice little spot there. Lynn gets Credible in the ring, tries to pin, and Raven's sister distracts the ref, so just Jason can attack Lynn. Lynn ends up kicking just Jason's ass. Then handsome Nicole Bass comes in with a low blow. Then she tries to do something else, does like a fireman's carry, but Lynn escapes and hits Bass right in the nuts, is what Styles said. He's like, don't tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
Lynn ends up hitting Nicole Bass with a chair. Raven's sister, who's been distracting the ref this whole time, pushes the ref aside and starts distracting Jerry Lynn herself. So Credible attacks Jerry Lynn from behind, then holds him so Raven's sister can get a free shot. And she ends up nailing Credible in the nuts. So then Jerry Lynn tombstones Raven's sister, and he goes for his third or fourth top rope Frankensteiner to Credible, but it gets countered with a top rope tombstone for the win. And then Lynn and Raven's sister both sold the tombstone to perfection, as far as I'm concerned. Because Lynn was out. He reminded me of the Giant when he got hit with the belt.
Who might still be out.
Right. And then, yeah, Styles says, Nicole Bass. Ugh.
At least they're not shying away from it, I guess.
Nope. He was saying what we were all thinking. We have Lance Storm versus Chris Candido after that. Candido came out with Sonny. I guess that's supposed to give him some sort of advantage. He's also wearing an amateur wrestling headgear. And he also came out to Highway to Hell. And he does Ric Flair struts. Candido then does the Rick Steiner pose in the ring while Sonny plays Scott Steiner. The ring announcer starts saying names, then Sonny snatches the mic so she can call Candido's. She says everybody knows she can announce better than the ECW's actual announcer. Then Sonny does an objectively worse job than ECW's actual announcer. I also have no idea why the crowd cheered when Sonny said Candido was the hardest she ever felt. Like, why are you cheering that? Okay, so we learned that Candido's ear was torn off by Sabu and Rob Van Dam. That's why he's wearing the gay headgear. But later, Storm rips it off, and we see that Candido's ear is fine. But that's because he's had plastic surgery, at least according to Joey Styles. It's a good little wrestling thing.
Yeah.
So this was a really good match, especially when Candido lost his headgear. It's hard hitting, high flying. They were both evenly matched as far as like it wasn't one sided. But then there was Sunny, who completely shifted the spotlight onto herself. Like she's screaming at the ref, she's screaming at the fans. At one point, she gives Candido powder to use on Storm. Storm swats it in Candido's face. And then Candido blindly takes out the referee. Storm decks Candido, goes for a top rope something, but Sunny comes in from behind and crotches him on the ring post. The ref and Sunny then get into it. Candido, still blind from the powder, gets the ref into schoolboy. As the ref is falling, he grabs out and happens to snatch Sunny's dress. Everyone in the stands stands up, and the focus wants on Sunny the rest of the match. Candido wins after a powerbomb from the top rope, which nobody saw. In fact, I had to rewind it.
And some dude ran out with a jacket.
Yes.
His sports coat to cover up Sunny. Because, yes, that her top was completely... that ref completely got that top off. As a matter of fact, the dress was almost falling off in total. Because I guess that was the only thing holding that dress up.
Apparently. I just thought it was funny that everybody stood up. And you just see, like, however many people were in the stands, they all just turned and looked at Sunny.
Yeah, and there's quite the pop for it, too.
And I'm watching back. Is Sunny a little overrated?
No.
No? Okay. There's the ECW cameras.
Well, I don't know. My feed is completely... Well, yeah, it's from the early 90s, so it's not like we're seeing it in HD here. So
Sure.
It is grainy.
Yeah, it was a good little opener. I like Candido. I'm glad he got rid of that stupid headgear. I thought that was like actually part of his gimmick. I mean, it is, but I thought he was trying to be like an amateur wrestler.
Oh.
Well, then we find out that before the show, there was an incident in the parking lot. And we cut to New Jack. He's happy to be in Ohio. It's one of the few people to ever be happy to be in Ohio. Then New Jack starts talking about some dude named Jack Victory and how he's going to whoop Jack's ass. New Jack stops, and then he says, "We can do this shit right now." And then the camera pans, and we see some guy, presumably Jack Victory, approaching. Then a car pulls up behind New Jack, and then the Dudleys swarm him. Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten were there on New Jack's side, but they didn't help at all. New Jack ultimately gets hurt because they beat his ass, and the bad guys leave. So now we don't get to see a weapons match between Jack Victory and New Jack. I don't even know who Jack Victory is, so I can't say I was, disappointed.
Well, maybe Jack Victory is upset because he didn't get the payday.
Maybe. Well, he was part of it, so he can't be that upset. Rob Van Dam, one half of the tag team champions, and the TV champion is in the back. Sabu and Bill Alfonso are also there. Rob Van Dam and Alfonso just talk about how awesome they are. And then Van Dam fake sneezes when they're wrestling two Japanese guys. So Rob Van Dam fake sneezes whenever he says one of their names. Sabu's a whiny bitch and wants to be mentioned every time Rob Van Dam says something good about himself. And Rob Van Dam had to remind Sabu that he's the one that lost their singles match. and says he's going to teach the Japanese guys what he's been trying to teach Sabu. The RVD's the whole fucking show.
And he actually said it too.
Sure did.
Like that. Maybe that's what I noticed about this show is there's a lot more cussing.
We have Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka, which begins, and Mike Awesome is awesome. He's bigger, and shows that he's super athletic and not afraid to climb the top rope. Did a bunch of springboard shit too. Then they did at the very beginning of the match, they did the shoulder charge test of strength thing, and Awesome just shoves Tanaka. He says, "Get off me, motherfucker." So yeah, Awesome is kicking ass. Then he hits a release German suplex, and Tanaka doesn't sell it. And he starts going on offense. And Tanaka stands Awesome on the apron, grabs a chair, and goes to the top of the entrance ramp. He does what Al Snow did. He ran up to the very top of the entrance ramp, ran back, beamed him right in the skull with the chair. They both go to the floor, start sword fighting with chairs. Awesome hits a springboard clothesline into the stands. Then he gets Tanaka in the ring and hits an Awesome bomb. Tanaka gets out. And then Awesome hits an Awesome splash. It's also kicked out of. Then he just starts beating the shit out of Tanaka with a chair. Tanaka draws strength from being pummeled with the chair. Awesome does a baseball slide to evade a clothesline, grabs the chair, dents it on Tanaka's head. That gets a 2 count. Then Awesome does a standing razor's edge, jumps off the top rope, nailing Tanaka in the head with a chair. And he doesn't go for the pin, but instead tries and fails an Awesome bomb. And Tanaka, he tries to Awesome bomb Tanaka through a table that's ringside. Then Tanaka power bombs Awesome through the table from the ring. So the table's ringside. Tanaka just picks up Awesome for a power bomb outside the ring. And Awesome has the roughest landing I've ever seen. He lands straight on his neck onto a concrete floor through a table.
Yes.
Tanaka gets Awesome in the ring, hits a roaring elbow for a near fall, and then hits Awesome with a tornado DDT on a couple chairs, gets the pin. I was more impressed with Awesome than anything else.
This is a rough match. Like, I thought they were going to kill each other. There were a lot of spots. Like, diving out into the crowd. Mike Awesome, big ass, jumping over a barricade into the crowd from the turnbuckle. Like, these guys, someone's gonna get hurt.
Well, what about when he did that springboard and he just stopped and screamed?
Yeah, this is, I don't know. I was on edge the whole match that someone was about to actually get hurt. But I guess that's what you want. I was surprised that Awesome lost, though. So I thought, from what I remember, he did a winning streak too, but I guess not.
I think they just had because if I remember correctly, Tanaka was supposed to wrestle. Who the fuck was he supposed? That match that Doug Furnace came out and he lost. There's a Japanese guy that he was supposed to wrestle, and that Japanese guy was supposed to wrestle Tanaka, but they show clips of Tanaka wrestling Mike Awesome, so I think they just had that match.
Oh, yeah, I remember the clips. Yeah. Okay.
Because he even had the Tanaka powerbombing Mike Awesome out of the ring.
Yeah, which was a crazy spot in itself.
No shit.
Like, him being okay with that spot.
More than once.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some comments from the unrecognized the world heavyweight champion, Taz. And Taz says he has goosebumps. Can't wait to make Bam Bam Bigelow tap out. Says he's the only champion in this business that means anything. Not Stone Cold or Goldberg or especially Mike Tyson. Taz says Bam Bam beat him the last time they faced each other, so Taz needs his win back. He knows he's going to get his ass kicked in the process, and that's the part that Taz likes the best. Shane Douglas went on to say the ECW title's the real one.
Yeah. I guess they're building towards that.
Yes. Very obviously so.
Yeah.
Then the Dudleys are backstage with something to say. Cuts to 6 men in the smallest room they could possibly find. It's Bubba Ray Dudley, Big Dick Dudley, Sign Guy Dudley, Devon Dudley, Joel Gertner, the Extreme official Jeff Jones, and the Dudleys' new valet, Beulah McGillislutty, which happens to be a fuck doll with Beulah McGillicuddy's face pasted on it. Gertner says that this is supposed to be the end of the Dudleys, but tonight the odds are overwhelmingly in the Dudleys' favor. New Jack is out. Beulah McGillicuddy's out. So because New Jack and Beulah are out, no one's going to save Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, or Spike Dudley. Bubba Ray cut a grudgingly good promo. Says Dreamer was crucified for Beulah's sins. And Dreamer can save his soul for Jesus, or can give his soul to Jesus, but his ass belongs to the Dudleys. And the 3D is their cross, and tonight it's Dreamer's cross to bear. Yeah, good promo. Big Dick Dudley was super fucking annoying, though, with his grunts and shit. He's like, shut the fuck up. God.
Yeah, I guess he's a mute who just grunts.
I don't know what he is.
Seems like that's all he was doing the whole time, was just grunting.
I've just, in all my years of being on this planet, I've never just seen somebody just, Up next, we have Jinsei Shinzaki and Hayabusa versus Rob Van Dam and Sabu. It's for the ECW World Tag Team Championship. Shinzaki and Hayabusa came out looking like Mortal Kombat characters. I know, sorta Hayabusa. He's a legend. I think that's fair to say. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he was paralyzed in the ring. So he had a tragedy. But when he was wrestling, he was really good and showed. Shinzaki looked like Raiden, and then got to the ring and revealed that he's all tatted up like Lord Tensai.
Yeah, he used to be in WWE. They said that on commentary, but I remember him from WWE.
Okay.
You can't forget a guy. I mean, I don't remember his name in WWE, but you can't forget a guy with all those kind of tattoos. I think he had a match with Bret Hart at one point, but yeah. And the guy tatted up like that, you don't forget him.
Hayabusa looked like a Japanese version of Sabu. All the scars and shit. They both had the silky, baggy pants.
Yeah.
This one took a while to get going. Lots of starts and stops. RVD tried a mid-air arm drag and botched it. The crowd told him they fucked up. Shinzaki did a praying old school, got a standing ovation. Sabu gets in, pace and intensity immediately gets to where it needs to be. Then Rob Van Dam comes in as the illegal man to cheap shot Hayabusa. And then all hell breaks loose and spills to the floor. Hayabusa nails everyone with a springboard moonsault. Sabu does a springboard dive to everybody into the crowd. RVD violently tossed Sabu back over the guardrail, which was a nice little touch. Shinzaki and Hayabusa get Rob Van Dam in the ring. They just start take turns hitting him with springboard moves. And later, Sabu hits Shinzaki with a top rope Frankensteiner. RVD comes out of nowhere with a frog splash. He changed midair in direction, or changed direction in midair for some reason, but he didn't need to. Shinzaki hits RVD with a powerbomb. Hayabusa hits a 450 splash. Then Hayabusa gets hit with a Rolling Thunder leg drop combination. Shinzaki gets a Boston Crab leg drop combination. His leg drop was from the top rope. That fucks him up. Sabu and RVD set up a table that Shinzaki and Hayabusa try to use. However, the table collapses, and then Hayabusa has to basically do a normal splash to RVD onto the table. Alfonso starts sliding multiple tables in the ring after that. This time, RVD and Sabu put Shinzaki and Hayabusa each on a table and then do stereo top leg drops. I'm sorry, stereo top rope leg drops. Which was, it looked more impressive than I think it was.
Yeah, they had to time it just right because, they were putting him through one table. So you had to time it perfectly.
It's crazy that no one got hurt from that.
Yeah.
So RVD goes for the cover. Sabu knocks him out of the way and gets the pin. Yeah, this one was kind of a hard one to follow for me.
It was definitely all over the place. It was, more of like a tornado tag match.
Heyman sure loves his tag champions that don't get along.
I was going to say that. He kind of went from that gimmick, just Candido and Lance Storm. So we just saw that gimmick, and now he has Sabu and RVD doing the same thing. So, like, the exact same gimmick, just a different team.
We get a Bam Bam Bigelow Taz hype video. So we go back to Living Dangerously, and Bam Bam and Taz are going through the ring. Taz lost the match, and this fucked him up psychologically, but still came out to shake Bam Bam's hand out like a man. Taz's revenge gets put on hold after Bam Bam loses the television title to RVD. But Bam Bam and his team interfere in a match involving Taz's cousin, so the window opens up again, especially after Taz fucks up Shane Douglas's arm. Taz fucks Shane fucks Douglas up twice, then starts calling himself the champion, even has his own title created. Bam Bam then says the only way Taz faces Douglas is for Taz to get through him first. Taz then pretends to join their group and then fucks Douglas up for a third time. Then Taz fucks Douglas up for a fourth time during the match that Douglas and Candido are having against RVD and Sabu. Bam Bam and Taz brawl in a parking lot, and then Douglas on commentary reiterates that Bam Bam promised Douglas that he's taking Taz out. Joey Styles points out that Bam Bam tapped during their first match, and the ref just didn't see it. And Shane Douglas flips out on him. So this leads us to Bam Bam versus Taz. It's an ECW death match to an absolute finish. Falls count anywhere.
I like how they said that too. Like, this is a death. So they said it's a death match to an absolute finish. Which in my mind was like, so someone has to die for it to be.
Apparently.
But then, yeah, they said, falls count anywhere. But yeah, for that second, I was like, a death match that has to finish. So someone has to die.
And this is for the unrecognized FTW Heavyweight Championship. So the match starts. Bam Bam hits Taz with a powerbomb right off the bat. Taz gets up and gives Bam Bam the finger. And then Taz pretty much kicks Bam Bam's ass. Then they go to the entrance ramp. Bam Bam gets kicked off the entrance ramp into the crowd. Taz tries to dive on him, but gets caught. They fight in the crowd. It's hard to see because the lighting sucks. And it's 90s camera equipment. It was hard for me to see. I don't know about you.
No, I can tell what was going on.
Bigelow fucking slipped and fell on his ass again. Taz tries a kata hajime, but Bam Bam blocked it. Then they fought back to the ring. Taz gets busted open on the way back to the ring. Bigelow props up a table in the corner. Taz and throws Taz through it. Then Bigelow props the part of the table that's not broken in the other corner and tries to put Taz through it again. Taz reverses it. Puts Bam Bam through the table piece with a Tazplex. Then they fight on the entrance ramp again. Bam Bam does a throat slash and points to Shane Douglas. And he lifts Taz up to do something, but it doesn't matter because Taz turns it into a DDT. They both crash through the... Taz turns it into a DDT and they both crash through the entrance ramp. And everything just stops. Crowd starts chanting, holy shit. Some drunk retard is screaming ECW directly into the camera mic. Douglas speculates that both Bam Bam and Taz are dead. And then we see movement, and Bam Bam once again survives the hole. But then Taz comes out. Then Taz roars and locks in the kata hajime on Bam Bam, who taps out immediately and then starts floundering like a fish. Taz calls Douglas out after the match, and then Douglas throws a monitor and a temper tantrum, Taz gives him the finger, and then Douglas is no longer on commentary.
Yep, seems like he's saying his welcome.
It's a little weird to me how they both have that crash through the entrance ramp spot, and they both survive it.
Well, because it was a tease from last time, because they both didn't survive it. So they teased that finish, even though the going through the ramp would be worse than going through the ring, I would imagine.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was just a tease to the finish. Now, they were selling that, and I don't know if it was on purpose how they did it, but Douglas even picked it up. It did look like Bam Bam was reaching, trying to get to the ropes, and then they called it a tap.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah,
which is funny because if falls count anywhere.
Well, he was trying to get to the ropes for, I guess, leverage or something, some kind of help.
I took it as he was trying to get to the ropes to break the count or break the hold.
Yeah, and knowing the ECW probably would have. Well, that'd be a more WCW thing. They would adhere to it, even though it's a death match. But yeah, that's I guess a good setup. And it did get me thinking about like the WWE spot, like when they explode the ring. Just like the fact that they do this and not the main event, and you have to like reconstruct whatever it is.
Yeah. Fortunately, there was only one match left.
Yeah.
Which we do get a main event hype segment. The feud started when the Dudleys hit Beulah McGillicuddy with a 3D and it broke her neck, put her out of wrestling forever. Cuts back to Joey Styles, who can't even pretend to be objective, calls the Dudleys scumbags for what they did to Beulah. Apparently, the Dudleys split up the Eliminators and the Gangstas. and put Sandman in the hospital. Styles calls them street trash, once again refuses to be objective because they make him sick to his goddamn stomach.
And that's how you put over a move.
Yes.
Like, this move is so devastating, it's putting out anybody who gets it.
So you have the Dudleys versus Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, and Spike Dudley. Dudleys came out, and Bubba challenges everyone in WWF, WCW, and ECW. Then he tells a fan he fucked his mom. Sandman, Dreamer, and Spike all come out carrying ladders, proportioned to their size. Sandman drinks beer, walks around ringside smashing cans over his face. He's bleeding profusely before the bell even rings. Spike is crawling around like a dog under the ladders on the entrance ramp. And Tommy Dreamer and Devon start. So we saw Dreamer's girl get her neck broken. Therefore, Dreamer feels like the best way to start the match is to have a nice little wrestling bout with Devon. Spike Dudley gets tagged in just so he can get thrown around. Sandman and Big Dick Dudley both get tagged in, and it shortly devolves into a brawl to the floor. Pretty much everyone gets busted open. Spike climbs a tall ladder in the ring and then dives on everybody on the floor. Bubba Ray does a senton to a ladder that's lying on top of Dreamer. Spike hits Bubba Ray with an acid drop. Devon saves the pin, and then Spike then hits Spike with a sidewalk slam on the ladder. Bubba Ray, Devon, and Big Dick get put in a tree of woe. Dreamer puts Sign Guy in a figure four. Sign Guy Dudley, his legs busted up, so you know. Then the ref then for some reason decides to pile drive the evil ref, Joe, whatever. Just call him Steve. Evil ref Steve decides to pile drive his fuck doll, then pose like Dreamer, and Dreamer kicks his ass. Gertner gets put in the tree of woe. Then they all put chairs over the tree of woe victims' faces. The referee decides to help. Then Spike, Sandman, Dreamer, and the referee all huddle up. They each pick a corner and drop kick a chair into someone's face. Big Dick Dudley hits Dreamer with a sit-down two-handed choke slam on the ladder, which looked like it wasn't fun for either one of them. And then Spike tries to hit Dick with an acid drop, but ends up getting tossed out of the ring through a table. Sandman runs wild with the Singapore cane, but gets cut off by Bubba with a chair. Bubba tries to splash Dreamer with a ladder, Bubba tries to splash Dreamer on a ladder, but misses. Then Dreamer hits Bubba with a DDT onto the ladder with the win. Then I guess Jack Victory shows up with a guitar, smashes it over Dreamer's head. So the good guys are getting their asses kicked after having just been through a hellacious match. They're not ready for a healthy Jack Victory. It looks bleak for the good guys. It looks like we're going to end the pay-per-view in tragedy. But then rap music begins to play.
You know what that means.
New Jack shows up with a shopping cart full of weapons, and the bad guys just get their asses kicked. The good guys pose on ladders they brought out. Well, Spike wasn't allowed to, but the real good guys posed on ladders.
Yeah. And that one guy really got it, huh? The guy who got he got the stop sign to the head, and then they put it on his crotch and then hit the stop sign on his crotch.
I like how New Jack would do a little dance every time he hit somebody.
Yeah, or he'd go to the top rope and pose.
Yeah. Like, ooh, pose.
And yet again, New Jack comes out late.
Yes.
To his music.
He's got to have that dramatic entrance.
Yeah. So that's just his thing, just showing up late.
I don't remember him being a good guy.
I just remember him being like, I mean, this is the New Jack I remember. So,
Yeah, that's true.
like,
I don't
just-
remember him being anything.
yeah, just being like, yeah, coming out with a shopping cart of weapons and using them all while the music is playing.
Well, Lance Storm continued his rivalry with Chris Candido. The two squared off in a rematch on an episode of Hardcore TV, where Storm defeated Candido after fooling him into believing that Tammy Lynn Sitch was bound under a WWF contract and would not be allowed to wrestle or would not be allowed to be at ECW. But after the match, Joey Styles revealed that Sitch was freed from her WWF contract. So 2 weeks later, Sitch appeared along with Candido to tell everybody that she would stay in ECW. Then on another episode of Hardcore TV, Storm introduced his new valet, Tammy Lynn Bitch, as an insult to Sonny, I guess.
Got her.
It's right up there with Beulah McGillis, slutty.
Yeah.
Then Candido managed to defeat Storm when Sitch pinned him after Sitch ripped off Bitch's clothes. I don't know. At Ultra Clash, Supercard, Candido and Sitch defeated Storm and Bitch in a tag team match to end the feud. So, fortunately, it looks like we're going to miss all that.
Uh-huh.
The Triple Threat moved on to feud with RVD and Sabu. Taz defended his unrecognized FTW Heavyweight Championship against Sabu and Bam Bam Bigelow. Taz retained due to the match ending in a 30-minute time limit draw. So I guess the unrecognized title has rules?
Of course.
Okay. RVD and Sabu ultimately formed an alliance with Taz called the New Triple Threat, which feuded with Triple Threat as Shane Douglas recovered from his injury. He made a comeback to in-ring competition. And then they intensely feuded for the next 3 months. The New Triple Threat faced a Triple Threat at November to Remember to end the feud. I believe we will see that. Yeah, that's next. So that was Heatwave 98. Next one is November to Remember 98. We're in New Orleans, Louisiana. And yeah, the main event is the New Triple Threat, Rob Van Dam, Sabu, and Taz, versus the Triple Threat, the OG Triple Threat, Shane Douglas, Bam Bam Bigelow, Chris Candido. A 6-man tag.
Okay.
But before that, we have WCW's Mayhem, 1999. This is the inaugural Mayhem event produced by WCW. It's presented by Electronic Arts, which the event was named after the EA published video game. The event took place from the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. 12 matches were contested. The most notable featured a 32-man tournament for the vacated WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Well, 4 for our purposes, because it's actually like for our purposes, it's actually a 4-man tournament, because it's just Bret Hart versus Sting. We have Chris Benoit versus Jeff Jarrett. So the winner of those respective matches goes on to wrestle for the vacant World Heavyweight title in the main event. Other matches were Evan Courageous versus Disco Inferno. That's for the Cruiserweight title. We have Norman Smiley versus Brian Knobbs. It's a hardcore match. This is for the inaugural WCW Hardcore Championship.
Oh.
We have Buff Bagwell versus Mr. Perfect. This is a retirement match.
Oh, no.
Keep in mind, just what I just said. I want you to think about Mr. Perfect's WCW run.
Not good. It might not be over, though.
It might not be. We have Vampiro versus Berlin in a dog collar match. Ming versus Lex Luger. And we have Scott Hall versus Booker T for the United States Heavyweight Championship and the World Television Championship. We have David Flair versus Kimberly Page. And then, yeah, I know. And then we have Psycho Sid versus Goldberg in the I Quit match.
I wonder if Goldberg's going to be saying "I quit."
I wonder how much offense Sid's going to get. But yeah, that is our Wrestling Rewind. I don't know why it was so rough for me this evening.
Well, on that note, it is time to get into some stories, but I am going to check the chat first. Oh, a lot of chat. Another week, a lot of chatter, so not going to be able to get to them all today. But
are we just going to do that joke every week?
I guess so.
Okay.
At one point, it won't be a joke. But if you are here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We need to run up the likes. We need to run up the subscribe. We lost 2 subscribers because they couldn't handle the heat. So let's go ahead and get that back on the right direction. And we're almost to 600. We got to lock in here. I think we can get there by WrestleMania. Can we get 6 subscribers by the time WrestleMania airs? We'll see. But on that note, let's get into some stories. Oh, also, as I should say, then one more thing. There's this new feature called Hype. You can hype the video. If you, I don't know anything about it, but there's an analytics that says that you can hype our video. So go ahead and do that too, and we'll see what that even means. But yeah, let's get into some stories here. Let's start off with we can start here. So Janelle Grant, she finally made an appearance. She finally made her first public appearance. She's doing, I guess, a court hearing, or I think it's just a hearing where she's, I don't know. They still haven't done anything yet. They're still stalling it out here. But she makes an appearance. She does this, states her case, and the video was like 15 minutes long, so obviously I didn't watch it. But there was something that was said that she pointed out as she was playing herself as the victim. Maybe she is, maybe she's not. I don't want to touch on that part of it. But there was something that she said during this arbitration thing that did stick out. And it was the fact that she blames WWE for weaponizing her case. So she blames
story.
She blames WWE for weaponizing her case and using it in a storyline. Now, what storyline is it? Is the Judgment Day storyline. So you remember when Liv Morgan was trying to get Dom's attention away from Rhea Ripley, and then Rhea Ripley got hurt, and then that's when it kind of really picked up. So there was that one moment where Liv Morgan sends what we are to assume is naked pictures of herself to Dom.
Of her twat.
And then he shows it to the Judgment Day group. So that's what Janelle Grant was referencing and said that the WWE weaponized that story or weaponized her thing with that story.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that she would make that jump, especially since Vince wasn't there at the time. So this is post Vince. She's saying that they were poking. I guess she's blaming what, Triple H now because he's creative guy. They were poking fun at her. I think it's a bit of a stretch, but yes, that is what she.
Yeah.
What she was
Well, I
saying.
mean, I guess to her credit, if you're gonna go for a lawsuit, go for broke.
Yeah, just just throw it all, see what sticks. But yeah, that
But
was their bold.
I don't think that's now. If they were all talking about how they were shitting on Liv Morgan and passing her around, asking for piss pictures and shit, she might have a case there.
Well, I think she was more so just trying to paint the picture about how much of in turmoil she was. She also kind of suggested that WWE kind of coerced her into agreeing that what she was in with Vince was consensual. I don't know. I'm trying not to really dive into this because it's an active investigation. Like, I don't want to get us any kind of shit. So
Fair.
that's why I only picked out the the Judgment Day stuff. I was like, how do I talk about this without But yeah, it was a 15-minute video. If you want it, it's out there somewhere. Not even going to link to it either. But moving on. So next we have Vince McMahon.
Oh wow.
So Vince McMahon, speaking of Janelle Grant, they released the footage from his car crash. Now there's music at the front, so I don't know if you want to play the sound. Afterwards, we can, like, the second half we can play it, but we'll go ahead and play the first part here. This is Vince McMahon's the day of his car crash, and if you remember, this was the day that Hulk Hogan passed away. So here we go.
God damn.
So obviously that's his car right there.
Did he stop at all, or
no? He stopped now.
Okay.
So now we have the police officer walking up to the car. Okay, you can play the sound now.
Driving over 100 miles an hour.
It's my granddaughter's birthday. I got to get this the next exit.
Right. Did you see me trying to catch up to you behind you?
I didn't see that. I saw lights, but it didn't look normal.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to you, and you keep taking off.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to outrun you.
I know. I understand that, but that's why I was very confused. Right? Because it wasn't like you were running. It was just like you almost hit, I think, 115 miles an hour. All right, and then you just hit someone because you weren't paying attention. Were you looking at your phone?
No, trying to drive. No, I'm not looking at my phone.
The person was right in front of you. There's got to be a reason you hit him.
No, I haven't been driving my car in God knows how long.
All right. It was right in front of you. You went straight at it at 100 miles an hour. I'm just making sure you're not having a medical condition or anything.
I don't think
Do you need an ambulance?
No, it's not.
All right. Just your registration. Is your license in here?
No, it's in my pocket.
All right.
That's his airbag.
Is it? How's it around him? Oh, you mean on the? I thought you meant like on the frame of the car there. I mean, he did hit someone going 100, so.
In here?
No, it's in my pocket.
All right.
I've been driven this car quite some time.
It's fast, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, too fast. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
And then I guess this is now the sheriff getting it. Or just the next person.
Hey, Mr. McMahon, how you doing? Hi, I'm the investigating trooper. Okay. So, how you doing? I know who you are. So.
Can you send out like Greenwich unit?
So Trooper Robbins that was following in the unmarked vehicle said you were doing over 100 miles an hour. All right, before you struck the vehicle. So.
I love that Vince and I have the same ringtone.
Just the standard one.
Yeah, sounds
Now,
like a fucking phone.
Maybe I'm making a jump here. But do you think this may be the call the call?
I don't know.
Because he just gets this call, and we know this is the day Hogan dies. The information came out around the time that Hogan was pronounced dead. So I don't know. Maybe this was the call.
I don't think he's going to be talking to him for very long. Let's find out.
He's not. Hold on. Because let's talk about it here. The fact that one, this guy shook his hand, called him Mr. McMahon, and then he's telling him his legal stuff, whatever, and stops so that Mr. McMahon can answer the phone here. I just have to think if this was like, I don't know, George Floyd, this kind of scenario wouldn't be happening.
Well, Vince McMahon isn't flopping out of the car like, oh, don't touch me. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, help me.
Oh, I'm just saying, he's
not making the officer lose his shit to the point where he has to put his knee on him to fucking keep him from squirming.
I'm just saying, this is how the other side looks. You get to answer phone calls and shake hands.
Knows how he's not calling him a motherfucker, and he's not like cursing at him, and he's being compliant.
I heard this guy. We haven't got to the end of the clip here. I think he's about to offer him a steak dinner too.
Is he under arrest?
I don't think so.
Well, then why would? If he's not, I mean, I don't understand your correlation. I know what you're trying to say.
I'm just saying, if there was a different complexion here,
if there was a different complexion, I think it would be a different. If history tells us, the interaction with the officer would be completely different.
Yes, see, we're saying the same thing here. It'd be completely different.
Yeah. And it would be.
You have to just keep adding more. Nope, it would be different. No,
it'd be his fault. It wouldn't be the officer's fault. That'd be for sure.
All right, so I'm going to be issuing you a misdemeanor summons for reckless driving. Okay. So it's just going to take me about 10 minutes to write it up. I'll give you a court date, probably within 3 weeks or a month. Do you reside in Connecticut? I'm not sure. Okay, so it'll be, where are we? Westport? Yeah. Right. So it'll be the court right here. I'll give you the...
Yes, end of it.
Where's the steak dinner offer?
It cut off. I'm saying he's about to offer him a steak dinner while he's sitting in the car in the air conditioner, not on the ground in handcuffs. But anyway, yeah, that's the
Let that be a lesson. You be polite and respectful. You get an arrogant.
it.
Also, I think it happens to his his status, I'm sure, has something to do with it as well.
Oh, for sure. That guy said, "Oh, I know who you are."
I think it's amazing that he hits somebody, he's driving 100 miles an hour, and he's just getting a reckless driving summons. Is that what he said? Reckless driving?
Here, I'll give you the. So it'll be the court, right? So it'll be probably within misdemeanor summons for reckless driving. Okay.
Yeah, reckless fucking driving. He hit somebody.
Yeah, that first officer was like, I mean, that's trying to understand here. You're like going 100 miles. You didn't even try to swerve. Like you ran right into that guy.
I'm just driving. Were you on your phone? You could have said that. No.
Yeah, he was giving him so many else. Were you on your phone or like you having
Did
a
you
medical
sneeze?
condition? No, I was I was locked in. I mean, but you like you didn't even swerve.
I was too focused on driving to to see the car. That's crazy. You know, you hear stories about how crazy of a driver he is.
Yeah, that's just, and the fact that he's just like completely okay. But I don't know.
Well, the people that do it are always okay. How's the person that got hit? Never heard anything about them, have we?
We haven't, but I guess we can assume they were okay. I mean, it was kind of just like a side swipe from what we saw. It's kind of like he just knocked their bumper off, it looks like. Because he did swerve at the last second. But then, he uses the excuse that he's on his way to his granddaughter's birthday. Which may not be true, but I think that call, maybe I'm just like jumping forward here, but I think that call may have been the call. And then he had to like tell him, well, I'm getting pulled over right now. And then they call back and it's like, yeah. Well, yeah, there's that.
I'd say he's lucky.
Yeah, definitely lucky. Next up, we have So we did this story last week where we talked about WrestleMania. The reports were that they're doing a blackout for WrestleMania, so no one's going to be able to. Local bars aren't going to be able to show WrestleMania because of the low ticket sales. Well, it is happening again because they are now, according to reports, going to be doing the same thing for Elimination Chamber. This was reported by the Wrestle Purist, and they said that Elimination Chamber, they're putting a kibosh on the watch parties. Again, it's going to be the 50-mile radius thing.
It's kibosh.
Is it?
Yeah,
I've heard it both ways.
You've heard it wrong. You've heard it wrong one way.
I've heard kibosh before. Actually, I've heard it. Only time I've heard it is kibosh.
Well, then that's wrong.
Like
You put the kibosh.
I've never heard kibosh. What is kibosh?
That's what it is.
It's not. It's kibosh.
It's kibosh.
No.
Who would know?
Still, I'm saying I've never heard kibosh.
I'm saying it's kibosh.
Is there even is there an I in the word?
I don't think so. I just think that's how it's pronounced.
Okay. Well, either way, they're doing that to
Yeah, Kibosh.
there you go. So they're doing that to the watch parties. They're now this one for Elimination Chamber in Chicago, to in an effort to increase ticket sales is what the idea is there. Now this one should be more alarming. I guess ultimately not more alarming than WrestleMania because WrestleMania is your biggest show. But you have an announced AJ Lee match. You have an announced CM Punk match, both from Chicago. Yes, the CM Punk match is with Finn Balor, and it couldn't be more obvious who the winner of that match is. And they've been telling you since the match was announced that Punk is going to win and go on to WrestleMania. So there is that, but yeah, even with Punk, even with AJ Lee, they're still struggling with sales. The fact that it's Chicago, which is supposed to be one of the wrestling meccas.
I can't imagine people would not want to watch Elimination Chamber after seeing AJ Lee and Becky Lynch's fucking historical segment.
Well, this is supposed to be the kickoff to WrestleMania. And again, it's Chicago. Like that's Chicago's supposed to be one of the wrestling places. Like what are they gonna not sell out Philly next?
They might.
At this rate, they're not.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, at this rate, none of those are gonna happen. But yeah, they're gonna be blacking out, no watch parties. Now, I did do some research on again, because my question is, well, how are they gonna police it? But yeah, I did some research and it turns out, so like if you're a business establishment or a movie theater or something like that, they get licenses. So it's not like someone just logging into their personal ESPN account on a TV. They buy licenses, and then that gives them the ability to show it on their TVs.
Well, that's
So-
stupid.
So yeah, within a 50-mile radius, yeah, they're not going to be able to buy a license. So it is going to be blacked out, and you're going to have to. This is the idea. You're going to have to show up to the arena if you want to watch it within a 50-mile radius.
So that means people at home can't watch it either?
They can. That's different because, yeah, they don't have to purchase a license.
So I'm confused. So if I run a Hooters, I have to buy a license?
If you, yes, if you're doing it the right way.
Okay.
If you're on
But-
the up and up, yes.
But
you
if
buy
I
a
just have a
license.
PlayStation connected to the internet, I can still connect to Netflix and or whatever fucking Tingwa.
Yes.
Okay. Or VPN.
Yeah, so like,
Okay.
so that's how they police it is because, yeah, if you're a business, you're supposed to be buying this license and then they block you. So then now you can't show it unless someone, yes, they can still, through what it seems, they can still, have Becky, the waitress, log in on her Netflix account and still watch it. But I don't know. People seem to be up in arms about this all. I still think it's just what they do. It's a blackout.
I think that people would be more accepting if they had something worth blacking out. But it's like you give a shit, and then now you're saying, "Oh, our shit's too good for you now. You have to come to see us in person."
Well, even that, I think it's more so. I don't know if it's maybe it's both, because I don't know if it's the products just not being where it should be. Because you do have people who enjoy this show, I don't know why, but they do.
Because they're sheep.
There's there's that, but then the ticket prices are also ridiculous, and I think it's. I mean, at least from what people are saying online, they're more so complaining that the prices are, crazy. So
I think the main thing is the idea for WWE or the NBA or any of these places when they come into stadiums and they host an event, the idea is for people to come in and spend money on the businesses around the event. So what WWE is doing is they're trying to cut the nuts off of the surrounding businesses, like the bars and shit. And I don't know how many
helping the businesses.
How many places are going to be, now that I think about it, how many places are going to be fucking airing the Elimination Chamber?
I mean, I would think it'd be a lot. So
a lot?
Maybe not a lot, but so I don't know if Dave and Buster's still does it. I know they do it for AEW.
Okay.
Dave and Buster's. I know there's movie theaters that do it. I'm sure there's local bars. Hooters does it. Again, I don't know if they still do it. Unfortunately, I haven't been to a Hooters in a while.
I think they updated their uniforms.
Yeah, I heard something about they were trying to get away from the Hooter gimmicks, like getting away from
the customers. Then
you're saying you don't want any customers anymore, I hear. Like you're trying to rely. What are you going to be pulling in Michelin star chefs now?
You better get those low cut shirts back on.
Yeah, no, you're coming here for the food. Yeah, okay, buddy.
I don't know. Just if you have a business, you have like a WrestleMania party each year or something, and then now you're being told that you can't do it, and you're expecting like all these people that are coming out of town for this fucking event, and they're not going to stick around because they have to go to the show.
Yeah, it does it sucks, and I don't think it's definitely not going to have the impact that WWE's think it's going to have. Like,
oh no,
the idea here is, they're not going to be able to watch it in the bar, so they're going to come to the arena. No, they're just not going to watch it all then.
Yeah, restricting again, they're not doing anything to bring. They're not doing anything to make you want to watch. So restricting a shitty thing is not gonna like make people want to just pay more money to see it. It's just gonna make people go find something better.
Yeah, and maybe people were doing it because they were trying to save money. Like they don't want to pay, whatever it is, $30, $40 a month for ESPN. I can just go to a bar, buy a couple drinks.
Well, especially if you go with a group. Anyway.
Yeah.
Like five people going to a bar is more easy to plan than 5 people going to a stadium.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Economically, at least.
But I do, like we said, so you're not going to be able to buy licenses. I just thought of it would be funny if people are just, these bars, obviously you can't advertise it, but they're just now logging into their personal accounts, and we're kind of entering into like a prohibition period for for wrestling, where they're gonna have to do it underground, and then you're gonna have the picture I got here was like you have these fake ass live React streamers at your bar. A lot of places they do that too now. Like they'll invite the fake React streamers to host some kind of watch party at their bar. I mean, it's good business for them, of course, but they'll have that. But I just imagine you have these fake React streamers, and now they have to react silently, so they're just doing the motions. Like imagine the glass shatters and Stone Cold's coming out, which would get a pop, but they have to be like, ah. But yeah, it's crazy that they're doing this. I don't think it. People are making it a big deal, and a lot of people are saying that this is the just TKO being greedy and wanting all your money.
It is.
I don't know. Yes, it is them. It kind of is them being greedy, but I think it's more. I mean, their priority is to be. I mean, they're not making their money off of, people hosting watch parties.
That's true too.
They're making money with people at the stadium buying merch, buying concessions.
WWE is going to focus on being profitable for WWE.
Yes.
So yeah. At the same time, though, they can be greedy and cut out the nuts of the businesses around them for no reason.
When they should be helping them, but
especially if you're charging like thousands of dollars for tickets, that's not enough. You need all the business around.
Well, I wonder at what point, like, does it have to be a sellout before they lift the blackout, or because it sounds like, yeah, this show is not going to be a sellout. So at what point are they not going to black it out? Is like, does it have to be a sellout before they lift this thing? Like, is the watch party era just over? Because I don't know. I don't think they're going to be selling out any shows anytime soon. If they're not selling out WrestleMania, it's going to be hard pressed to say they're going to sell out, Money in the Bank or Backlash, like a lesser show.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe something to watch there. But I think we can all say that maybe the that boom period that they've been bragging about, maybe that's over.
I think that's been over.
Well, it may have been over creatively, but now it's catching up financially too. Because that's what they were boasting about. We're making more money than ever before. Largest gates. Well, they ain't gonna be bragging about that now. Or maybe they still will be, but I don't know. We will see for Elimination Chamber if they come out there talking about largest gate. But yeah, that's that. Did you put that there?
We can skip it.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know what the hell that was.
He Val Venus tweeted that Sammy's an Islamic propagandist and Kevin Owens is a leftist cuck boy.
Oh my.
And he can run circles around both Democrat voters, Mick Foley and Kevin Nash.
Well, there you go.
I have no idea what the context is. I just thought it was funny.
That's Val Venus for you. He just jumps out of.
I might as well just show it.
Is there a reason? Why is that picture? Oh, that's the context, I guess. His picture.
I don't know. I just saw it. I saw it on our timeline, and clearly he's getting hate for something. I just don't know what it is today.
I don't know. Usually it's not provoked, it seems, or it's just a response to someone else saying something that has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
And he just jumps into it.
There you go.
But yeah. I wonder what side he's on. I wonder if. So let's move on to our clips here, and we shall start here. So Britt Baker, she is with AEW still, I guess. So a couple weeks ago, Tony Khan asked if she was going to come back to TV. He kind of teased that she was. He just didn't know when. Well, she appeared on the red carpet for some kind of Sports Illustrated event, and they had a little interview for her, and she talked about the possibility of her return, but it was something else that she said that kind of stuck out way more than the possibility of her return. So let's play the clip, and then we'll talk about it.
What's up? How are you? Good to see you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How you feeling, by the way? Feeling good?
I'm feeling great. It's cold, but I'm okay.
Good enough to get back to wrestling.
Well, yeah, maybe.
We've been hearing about this for so long. It's been like a carrot over a string. What do you want to tell the fans who are waiting to see you come back to possibly AEW or somewhere else and see you just wrestle?
I just love that the fans are still talking about me. So keep the chatter up because I love it, and just stay tuned.
Are you retired?
I would not say I'm retired. No.
Okay, but are you still doing dental stuff or no?
Not full time anymore. As much as I love the wrestling fans, they're a little passionate, sometimes for their own good and for my own safety. And it got a little carried away sometimes with some scary wrestling fans wanting to come kill me because I'm a bad guy.
Okay. Well, listen, you look great.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's the clip there. And I don't know if you caught that, but towards the end there, the gentleman asked her if she was still doing her dentistry because Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, she's a dentist. And her reply there was she's not doing it full time because some of the fans are passionate and threatened to unalive her for whatever reason. I guess it's because she broke up with Adam Cole. It's the only, really, that's the only thing I think that she's done to people in AEW.
She was mean to Thunder Rosa, wasn't she?
Yeah, but this was way after that.
Oh, MJF's girlfriend.
That too, but I think this was after that too.
No.
The last thing she's done was break up with Adam Cole. But maybe I don't know. I don't know what would justify it, but
I thought the last thing was MJF's girlfriend.
It might have been. Oh, and then the last time she was on TV, she was caught on camera. Someone came out to interrupt her, and then she said no one cares or something like that. It was caught on camera. So maybe that was it.
Oh, God.
But yes, so she's suggesting what she's not saying there is, and what I took is that people were rolling up to her dentist's office.
Oh, yeah.
These freaking psychos were rolling up to her dentist's office to threaten her.
That was a bit extreme.
What are you doing? Get a life. Get a life. If you're taking it that far, and they wonder why they call them sickos. I don't know. This is just the craziest thing. It's one thing to, be online and threaten, but to actually show up at someone's place of work to threaten, that's a little too far.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't imagine anybody being famous enough for me to want to go see them at their job. It sounds boring.
Yeah, and it's a dentist's office. Are they making dentist appointments? And then, oh, I got this thing in the back. I got this cavity, I think. You take a look at it. And then as they're getting worked on, I'm going to kill you. As they're getting anesthesia. Oh, I'm gonna kill you when I wake up, by the way. Like, yeah, like, what's the plan there if you're showing up to a dentist's office to threaten someone? Like, yeah, you get in your cleaning, and then during the cleaning, I don't know. I just don't know the actual game plan there. Not that it should be rational, because it's not a rational act, but it's just one of those things you just don't think all the way through, I guess. Next up, we have. Well, let's talk about JD from New York. So he's made quite the little stumblings over the weekend. So the quick backstory, if you don't know, is well, if you don't know who, well, if you're clicking on this video, you know who he is. JD from New York. So he's been one of the leading voices in the AEW hate train. He's kind of like Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff, where pretty much everything he says is like AEW hate, even when people perceive it to be like a good show, or maybe AEW. Because I see a lot of people, and I don't catch AEW week to week, but I see a lot of people saying like they're on a hot streak right now. They might be doing some good stuff, but you know, Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff, JD from New York, they always have like the negative things to say.
Cornette's constructive, though.
Maybe.
No, he is. He gives constructive. It's harsh, but it's constructive feedback. Bischoff, you kind of get the feeling that he's just shitting on him to shit on him. And I don't listen to JD at all, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't listen to any of them. I'll see a clip every now and then from Jim Cornette I'll listen to, but I try to stay out of like listening to like review people or people who do reviews and stuff like that, because I don't want it to influence what I think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get on here and then like regurgitate what someone else said just subconsciously, because I've caught myself actually do that before. And it's like, oh shit, I heard it from.
I almost did that with the Russo thing. I almost said, "Oh, Becky's trying to be fun." Oh no, Russo said that.
Yeah, so like, if I do watch something, I do watch Russo, and then I watch Stevie Richards.
Yeah,
but again, I watch clips, and then it's I only watch something after we've already done the topic.
That's I'm the same way.
And then every once in a while I'll see Jim Cornette, and I'll watch the clip.
And then I get tickled when they agree with me. Like, I had the right take.
Yeah, it is crazy when they agree. But so JD from New York, you can consider him in that ilk of creator where he's putting down AEW. So we fast forward to March of 2025, where he was working with House of Glory doing commentary, and they brought in Mercedes Moné for a title match, and Mercedes Moné allegedly got him kicked off of commentary because she didn't want him calling her match. And then he had been off the show since then. The idea is that since AEW, now this is from JD himself, I think we covered it in the last video, but he kind of said, like, since AEW talent are going to be working hand in hand with House of Glory, and they're going to be bringing him in to more shows, they didn't want some guy who's like thing is shitting all over AEW talent and shows to be doing the commentary for him. Makes sense. So we fast forward to yesterday, or depending on when you're watching this, it was a Friday night in February, and JD from New York has made his return to the ring. So let's go ahead and we have a clip here of him in the. I guess he got mic time. I don't know why that is, but here we go. We have sound.
Listen, we all love professional wrestling. It's the reason why we're here tonight. Sometimes
That's so good. That's so good.
listen, sometimes we say things that get a little out of hand. Sometimes we wear our emotions on our sleeves and it gets a little out of control. But the reason why we're all here is because we love professional wrestling. And the reason why we're here is because we love House of Glory and what those three letters represent. And that's the reason why you guys sold out the NYC Arena today with our largest crowd ever. And I'm very proud of that. Welcome to No Turning Back, and I'm glad to be back. David Adams, it's all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen. So as you can tell, the crowd there was really happy that he's back. One, he got shut the fuck up chance, and then
I love that last guy. Go to hell. I'm so proud of that. What you guys have accomplished. Go to hell. Fuck you.
Now, it is kind of crazy that I will say, by the way, this was met with a lot of discourse online as people were calling to ban or to boycott House of Glory for bringing back JD here, which is kind of, in the grand scheme of things, it is kind of crazy that they're calling to boycott the show. Don't buy tickets, don't watch it while JD's here. And it's all based on him just being negative to
Not like an
like,
AEW.
Yes. Like there's real scandals going on and people who shouldn't be on TV for real scandals. And we're talking about a guy who just has negative opinions. And you don't want to, like, you're talking about boycotting over some negative opinions.
Yeah, you know how that goes.
Yes. On some opinions you don't agree with. And you want him, I don't know. It's just kind of wild. But yeah, there's a lot of people who, like I said, they called to boycott House of Glory. A lot of people said they're never going to watch until he's removed. Why would they choose JD from New York over fans? I don't know. It's just.
What does he do for them?
He does commentary.
Oh, so you'd have to listen to him.
Yeah.
I don't see why it would matter though.
Why would it matter if he's on commentary?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on his commentary style. If it's like his podcasting, then yeah, I could see.
See, look at this comment. I'll just read it here. It says, "Thank you at House of Glory for giving me a reason not to watch your show. This does nothing but show that you guys don't listen to what's most important, the fans. This isn't heat. This is genuine cancer to your own product. Nobody is paying a ticket to see that disgrace. And again,
Disgrace.
again, this is based off of him having a negative, like, again, I don't know. There's real scandals going on, and we're doing this based off of just him not liking AEW.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Especially, it's not like he's, it's a fucking shitty wrestling promotion. It's not like he's going to be making millions of dollars. Why the fuck do you care?
Yeah.
This is basically like a second job.
From what it looks like, yes. I mean, they had this main event was MJF versus Zilla Fatu, so they had the AEW champion there. So now he claims he doesn't get paid for this, by the way. That's what he claims.
There you go.
Or, yeah, that was one of the things he claims, that he did this just
because he loves wrestling.
Because he loves wrestling.
And that may be. He might make enough money he might just want to be in the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he's not making any money, it's even sillier. And again, it's not like nobody's heard of this fucking promotion until people made a big deal about it. I've known about JD from NY for like ever, but I never knew he did wrestling until these motherfuckers decided to shine a light on it.
Yeah, I didn't know he was some. I mean, when I found out, I thought it was kind of wild that he was a commentator, just based off the way he was conducting himself. It's like,
I would have imagined
like this, and you're actually tied to a show, and you're talking like, I get it if you're just like, an independent person, you're doing your own thing, but you're actually connected to something, and this is how you're, I don't know, this is how you're moving.
I appreciate him for keeping it. I mean, as long as his opinions are authentic, I appreciate him for keeping it real then.
Yeah, well, that's where it gets a little dicey. People are saying he's just doing it to grift.
And it's pretty hypocritical for House of Glory because other promotions shit on other promotions. So if he's just shitting on AEW, I think that's kind of hypocritical for House of Glory to punish him for that.
It is, until you have someone that actually, when the money actually asks you to stop. Like, again, who got him removed was Mercedes Moné. So if she's there doing a show, like, she's bringing in a lot more of a draw than he's gonna bring in.
Sure.
Or MJF, or so like, and let's take it even higher up. If Tony Khan's like, hey, I'm sending a lot of talent to you. Probably don't want that guy calling the stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Then, yeah, you gotta, like, I'm a business here. I can't be, yes, I get loyalty, but, I got, 50 employees or 50 wrestlers I gotta pay.
Or no, you wouldn't expect House of Glory to go under just for JD. No.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess everything is smoothed over. He's back. Well, smoothed over as much as it can, because there are people crying online about it.
Silly. Just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else not watching it. Because
just do what you've been doing. Like, you don't got to go out of your way or anything. Just continue what you've been doing, and there you go. But yes, that is the JD from New York news. Now let's move on to the big story. Let's move on to the main event. Now, I will say, there is a Bojangles that is it's actually on the
real quick.
Uh-huh.
The British English pronunciation is kibosh. The American way to say it is kibosh. However, there's a subsection of an American pronunciation that's kibosh.
So it was right.
Well, I think what happened is us Americans were so lazy that we just decided to put it in the thing to make it official. Just like ain't. Remember when ain't wasn't a word? Now it's a word.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, it's a word now.
Oh. There you go. Come a long way.
So technically you were right.
Well, that's the only way I've heard it.
I've never heard kibosh.
Well, there you go. But yes, the main event of the evening. And that's what I'm saying. So there is a Bojangles restaurant on the other side of the town from me, which I did have every intention on bringing it to the show today. But again, it is on the other side of town, so I just didn't make it over that way. And I didn't feel like it at that point. So
you don't want any ice cream thrown in your face.
No, this is a different part of town. Now I would have gone back over there. Like I said, I'm gonna whoop his ass next time he does that. He's getting a grade A ass whooping. But Kevin Nash, so he was on his Click This podcast. He had a take on Javon Evans.
He's
he had a take on Javon Evans. The reason he's talking about Javon Evans is because last week Javon Evans did that coast to coast cutter thing. So he was the topic of the week. So Kevin Nash had a take for Javon Evans. So we have a clip here.
He's an incredible athlete. He's a little bit too fucking Mr. Bojangles for me. I wish he was a little bit more urban. I understand it's Netflix. I understand there's a big fucking world out there besides the one that fucking 66-year-old Detroit boy Kevin Nash wants, but I just want him to have a little bit of an edge. But if he's not going to have an edge, then he knows how to throw. He can strike. Like, he throws a good punch. Fucking take your time and throw a good punch. Maybe put 2 or 3 together. Something where fucking you tell me, if this shit was real, all this athleticism I have, I can use. Not, if this shit was real, motherfucker, I would cartwheel off your motherfucking body like you would never see.
It's being in a fight. We always come back to this, right?
So there you go. That is the statement that he made about Javon Evans. And if you heard there, he made a reference to Javon Evans being Bojangles. Now, I'm gonna catch you up here real quick, or I'm gonna set some groundwork here, because you may not know who Bojangles is, and I didn't know who it is before the reference. Then I found out about him. Like, I knew the name, but I didn't really know who he was. So Bojangles, Mr. we'll say Mr. Bojangles. There's 3 Bojangles, I should tell you. There's Mr. Bojangles, there's Bojangles, and then there's another Mr. Bojangles. I don't know which one he's completely referencing, but there's one that. So I'll tell you about the 2. So we have one Bojangles.
Uh-oh. I think he froze up on us. There we go. Oh. I think you're back.
Oh.
Yeah, you start over.
Okay.
So there's one Bojangles and 2 Mr. Bojangles.
Oh no. Okay, let me start over then. So yes, there's two Mr. Bojangles. One was a actor. Well, he was a tap dancer, actor, and a singer, and he was best known for being the highest paid black entertainer of his time. This was like early 20th century. And
I don't know what y'all are bitching about.
Well, we'll get to it. But at the top of his career, he made it to the movies with Shirley Temple, who is a child.
She was a child star. She's a legend.
Yes, a child star. You probably know the name Shirley Temple. I mean, there's a drink named after her now, but that was a person. So
I think she's a recluse now.
Is she?
I'm pretty sure. Like, she doesn't do shit. She grew up and she's like, fuck that. They probably did unspeakable things to her.
Maybe. So yes, he made it to the movie screens with Shirley Temple, and then for some weird reason they've kept a record and said that he's like the first black man to appear with a white child on a movie screen. I don't know why we're keeping track of that, but there you go. And then there's the second Mr. Bojangles, who is a character that was referenced in a song by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. It's just like an old folklore song. And then it was later covered by Sammy Davis Jr. Both Bojangles were like tap dancers. And you can't really tell the race of the second Bojangles because...
Well, the song, yes, I believe, is written by a white man.
Yes, he is written by a white man, but this was in Louisiana. The song, or like the Bojangles he ran into, is in Louisiana, in the South, in the early 19s. So segregation would have been a thing back then. So he wouldn't have been in a cell with a black person. So that's why it's a little bit, it's a little bit dicey on the race, but we can assume just from the song, we can assume that it was another black guy and also a tap dancer. Some people say that maybe it's just like a loose translation of Bill Robinson Bojangles. But there you go. Both of them were tap dancers and basically entertainment, if you will. So that's who Bojangle is. So Kevin Nash, he makes this reference about Javon Evans being less like Mr. Bojangles. And I'm not trying to defend him, but what I think he was saying was that he wants him to be like less, I don't know, less of a showman. It may be a surprise to you, but the original Bojangles, the actor, kind of divisive character. Yes, he was loved, but just look at that guy on the screen here. You can tell that, I don't know, he's a show pony, for no better way to put it. He's just there to entertain, and he was a little bit too entertaining. So I think that's what Kevin Nash was getting at, is Javon Evans is like entertaining, but he wants him to be a little bit more like
He wants him to be a little bit more thuggish.
Well, not thuggish. I think
He said urban.
He did say urban, but
so
I don't think that's the other thing. I don't think when he said urban, he meant like, oh, crime time, sag pants and stuff.
No, not necessarily, but he wants him to be a little bit more serious. And in his mind, a serious black man is an urban black man.
He is, but I don't know. Just the fact that he's make the reference of Bojangles, I don't think he meant like when he was saying urban. I don't think he was thinking thug. I think he was just thinking like just with a little bit more edge.
I think the Bojangles is off because I don't think he's that tame. I think he's got a little bit. I think he's a little urban, actually.
He is urban, but I can understand what he was getting at. Like, I definitely get what he was getting at.
The bouncy shit needs to go.
Okay, so there's a move that he does where he actually like bounces off the ropes, and before he's like, "That boy bouncy." Yes, that definitely needs to go.
Yeah.
I get the cutter. It's like just his move. So that's getting over. So I'm okay with the cutter part. I mean, the cross the coast cutter that he did that even started this whole thing. Yes, that was like one of the most amazing things you would see. And then this week he did some like weird spinny, I don't know. He did like a spin kick, but he like bounced off the bottom rope and did it. Again, it was just like some of the damnedest thing you'd see. So yes, athleticism is just off the charts. He uses slang. He talks urban. Yes. But I think ultimately what we're getting at here is that Javon Evans, he just wants him to be a little bit more serious. It's kind of hard to describe, but if you think about like, I'm just thinking of some examples here. So we have like Obafemi, right? He's not as much of a bubbly character as Javon Evans. Or if you think like Trick Williams, not as much of a okay, Trick Williams is perfect. He has all the flash, right? But he also has a serious side. Now he is a heel, and Javon Evans is babyface, so there's a difference there. Maybe it's babyface.
Serious side.
To who?
Trick Williams.
You've yet to see a
I got
serious
my
side.
lemon pepper steppers. Can't handle your business.
Well, that's just
breath smelling like 10 pounds of whoop that ass.
What do you mean you haven't seen a serious side? What about when he said what did he say his first week? You take away this coat, you take away the shades, you take away the lemon pepper steppers, and what you got? You got a 6'5", 265-pound man. Or you got 265 pounds, and otherwise I'm a grown-ass man.
You can't be serious when you refer to your footwear as lemon pepper steppers.
Okay, maybe you can't. But on the same token, he's not as much of a... Again, it's very hard to...
He's not as much of a clown or a jester.
Jester is the...
Javon is. Javon's in on the joke. Trick Williams is the joke. Javon Evans is part of the joke.
Hold on. I have a perfect thing here. Okay. I don't know. So a couple weeks ago, MVP talked about this promo, which made me then go back and listen to it. And this is the promo between Triple H and Booker T. And sorry, just a second. Okay, let's see here. I'm seeing if an AI will do this for me here. All right. So the promo between Booker T and Triple H, you know, the one before the WrestleMania match. So Triple H, he says to Booker T, and this is what's gonna this is what Kevin Nash is talking about, right? So let me say what Triple H said to Booker T, and then this is what Kevin Nash is talking about for Javon Evans. So it was the night after Booker T had won a 20-man battle royal to go to WrestleMania. So Triple H, he comes out, and his part of the promo is he tells Booker T that you're confused about your role here in life. And you're not here to be a competitor, but you're here to be an entertainer. He said, people like you aren't to be champion. That's reserved for people like me. People like you are supposed to be entertainment. Of course, the crowd starts to boo and shit. And then he tells Booker to go ahead, do a little dance for me. You know, or no, he said, go ahead, do a little dance for me. Come on, Book, do your spinneroonie. Sitting there with your nappy hair and your suckers. This is what he said to Booker T. So, yeah, it would go on from there. He then go on to put down WCW, talking about how Booker T was champion in WCW when a guy named David Arquette and some guy named Vince Russo was champion. So essentially you championed them right out of business. But it was the part there was him telling Booker T that people like you are here to entertain people like me, and you're not supposed to be champion. And we did that to go back to Javon Evans. And that's what Kevin Nash is saying is, and it's funny that it's Triple H as a part of that promo, but that's what Kevin Nash is saying. Javon Evans is, sorry, I hit a button.
Oh, no, you're good.
Javon Evans is being kind of, he's gonna get put into a role like R-Truth if he doesn't become more serious. Is what, and again, this is at the top level. This is at a main event level. Like if you're, you're down there with the Grande Americanos, it doesn't matter what you do, but talking about being taken serious as a championship competitor.
Oh yeah, once you get in that comedy role, it's over.
Yeah, then you're gonna be R-Truth and talking about confusing Adam Pearce with, like, remember Ron Killings for that week, and he got out there and he cut his hair and he was talking about he's driving now.
Are you enjoying the show?
Yes, and then now, yeah, he is
It's
right
all
back
part
in
of the show. Triple H had this all planned up to this moment. This was all by design.
all by design. So that's ultimately what Kevin Nash is trying to avoid. So I think people just got butthurt over
now
the
they just have R-Truth on payroll just because.
pretty much just because they can't fire him.
Here, you're going to talk about your balls or something.
Or he comes to them, oh, I got this idea. Just do it, whatever. Like, I'm not even gonna like approve it or just do it. But yeah, that's what Kevin Nash is trying to avoid from Javon Evans. Now, the difference is one, yes, he's been on the roster for what, a month on the main roster. Not going to take into account what he did in NXT because no one really watches NXT. But yeah, he's been here for a month, so I don't know. He does have time to grow into his character. Everybody, when they got here, I mean, Batista was a deacon when he got to the main roster.
Yeah, but he wasn't a comedy act.
True. Yeah, once you get into the comedy, it's kind of hard to break out. But
like, look at Great Khali. He was feuding with Undertaker, doing the Punjabi shit, and then he started dancing with fucking Rikishi or whoever the fuck he was dancing with.
Oh, and then he became the Punjabi Playboy.
Yeah.
And he was just
Mike Awesome. He was fucking awesome. Then became the fat chick Thriller.
Damn it, Vince.
That wasn't Vince.
That wasn't Vince?
No, that was Vince. Or that was the other Vince.
Big Show.
Big Show.
Turned into wearing diapers.
Saturn. Wearing dresses.
Saturn.
Gold Dust.
Yeah, Gold Dust.
Mick
when he
Foley.
started, he was much more of a serious character. Then he turned into a comedy act.
Yeah, you just can't get out of it.
Another one, I guess he was always destined to be here, but Doink the Clown. When you watch early Evil Doink, like, that was some of the best. He actually, I was afraid of him.
Well, then they got rid of Matt Bourne, and then they stopped giving a shit about the character.
Yes. And also, yeah, he turned babyface, and maybe it was the character change, but yeah, he turned babyface, and then another one, as you learned me, was the Repo Man, who was a part of Demolition, one of the most feared tag teams in the world, and then he turned into the Repo Man, who was always stealing stuff.
Did you freeze? Yep, you did.
Back.
Yeah, you're back.
Oh man, I don't know what's happening. That's telling me that we should.
Yeah, let's just wrap it up.
All right, so yeah. Point being, all being said, I think Kevin Nash was just it was the right message from the wrong messenger. I think ultimately it's what it is. But again, Javon Evans has just been on the on the roster for a month, so there is still time for him. Now, Kevin Nash, he did end up issuing an apology. This was the third attempt at an apology. He did it twice and then deleted those two, and this is what he settled on. He says, I apologize for the use of the term Mr. Bojangles. It was in poor taste and obviously offensive. I just see talent being pushed in a direction that I disagree with. He should be the male version of Sol Ruka, more contemporary than urban. Again, that was apology number 3. The other two got deleted. One of them, to where which he claimed that he's the only one that cares about black talent.
There you go.
So
I love when they do that.
Yeah, obviously that one was going to have to be deleted. But yes, there you go. Nash bent the knee, but again, I think it's just the right message to the wrong messenger. But on that note, let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and my internet is going wonky, so we're going to call it here. So is there anything else from you?
Have a good night.
And survey says one more for the good guy.